If you like the video, please consider supporting James Corp on Patreon. Hi everyone, and welcome to Kickdriver, where we drive deep into RPGs. So you don't have to. As you can see, we've got the usual faces, plus Parker, who's one of the creators, because I think you said it was a group of you that wrote it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whole team.
So yeah, we're going to go around the table, get people to introduce themselves, and then we'll crack that horse whip and, get on with riding this beast to the end. Nathan.
Hey, Nathan Clark. I'm Godless Polecat. Anywhere you care to find me online, and good luck finding me online.
Except right now.
Well, you found me. Hoorah.
Good.
There's no reward.
Yeah, I'm J-Wall, J-Wall7Z on most places because someone always nicks J-Wall. I stream video games. Here's him. I GM some games in Numenera. I do some writing here and there. And I will be GMing a tabletop stream on my channel from mid-June.
Really?
That's going to be interesting. Yeah.
What's this then?
That's cool.
I'm going to be doing Blades Against Darkness.
When?
Sundays in June.
Oh, right. So you're just going to write up like fucking Clash with me?
Yep.
Mondays, huh?
Sundays?
Oh, Sundays. Sorry.
Okay. All right. Cool. And Parker?
Yeah, hi, Parker Blau, designer of Mud, Blood, and Glory. Here to game master it up, see what happens. We're still on Kickstarter. You can find Mud, Blood, and Glory over there, and on our website, blackhat-games.com. Yeah, looking forward to today's session.
Heck yeah, I am too. I'm having a lot of fun. I love the system. I think it captures everything you want in a Wild West. Like, I don't know, it hits that sweet spot without being complicated, without being too hard to learn, without with it flowing correctly, without something just gumming up in the plethora of rules that most games have to overcomplicate things.
Well, thank you. That's what we were going for.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that's what you're feeling.
It's awesome.
And,
it's sweet.
And as always, for folks who are more experienced, there are more rules you can add in. So if you feel like the amount of rules that you're using are like not complex enough or not giving you enough meat to kind of chew on, you can always add in extra layers in the full game.
And even those I found are still on the light side. They're still, they're not bad to include.
Yeah, they're not. It's not going to be pages and pages of like, how do I enact this in my game? So yeah, I think even rules heavy for us is rules light for many other games. And if anybody's following along at home, you can download the starter edition right now. blackhat-games.com/downloads. Go there and download the starter edition. Make your own character. Play along at home, and then go back it on Kickstarter. Where were we when we last left our heroes? Do you guys remember?
Yeah, we had just turned in the bounty, and we had just talked the sheriff into letting us keep the associate. Right,
one of the associates that you had found.
One of the associates. I think we had been paid, and we were kind of like that was the end of that.
Yeah, that
portion of the adventure.
That episode. And I had handed out experience.
Yes.
At the very end. So if you'd like to unlock some exploits, now would be a good time. We can kind of talk through them. And during a normal game, you can unlock these whenever you have the experience to unlock them. You don't have to wait for any pause in the game and stuff. But I think probably on streaming, it's easier for folks to follow along with what we're doing if we kind of unlock things right now. And you guys are now level 1. You're now renegades. So those are all open to you. Does anybody have any exploits they want to get, or any questions about exploits that I can answer?
Yeah, I have to look at them real quick.
I think everybody got 150 experience, except for Nathan. You got 200 because you completed an extra motivation, which was to get clothes, to get proper clothes.
Yeah, proper clothing.
Yeah, baby steps.
Yeah. Keep the goals.
I could argue that I did one of my motivations, but maybe I didn't.
Well, what? No, I mean, I love when players ask me for extra stuff. What was your extra motivation that you completed?
Resolve a conflict without any bloodshed.
I remember there being a lot of bloodshed.
Yes, but you're forgetting of the
Unless
saloon.
you're not counting myths.
You're not counting. Yeah, the saloon. The saloon.
Yeah.
When the guy basically gave them money off of everything, and I went over there and put my gun down, and failed the roll initially, and then had to spend luck to like.
Does
stop
it
him
count
from-
if you cause the conflict?
I know that's the other thing. It's like if you're the one causing the argument, does that count?
All right. Okay.
I mean, you know what?
But
I'm going to say yes because I
escalated
want people to have more experience for this. I'm going to be lenient. I'm going to say yes. You get an extra 50 experience for resolving that conflict without bloodshed. And you never specified it had to be a conflict that you didn't start. So I like the lawyering there. You get your 50 experience.
I could also potentially I could argue I took someone for all their worth.
In what?
I mean, you took my life.
Well, we took
That's
all
true.
their we took all their money. We took pretty much all their money. And
Yeah, taking
I remember-
someone's life is taking
That is-
everything they have and everything they're ever gonna have.
I do remember clarifying with you what you meant by that, and I think you said like in a poker game or in a conversation, like just taking everything by like talking it out.
stole all the old men. Initially, I'm just
I
just-
appreciate it. I love this energy because it means you're really invested in the game, so it's not bad. I'm going to stick with the first one. That you did resolve a conflict without bloodshed.
Do I need to do anything with that then? Do I just create a
You
new
check it
one?
off. I mean, if we were playing like a full campaign, you'd finish it. You could erase it and make a new one. Kind of what's the next step for your character? So now that your character has resolved a conflict without bloodshed, now is the next step resolving a conflict that you didn't start without bloodshed? Like, is it kind of like how does that character progression work for you? It would just be coming up with another motivation
Resolve a conflict with bloodshed. There we go.
with blood. I mean, that's also really achievable in this game. I think that's an easy one.
What about gaining skills?
Oh, like talents and ability points.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the even levels, you gain. You have an
Okay,
option
I get
between.
it.
Yeah, you have an option between 500 experience, 1 talent, or 1 ability point to spend anywhere.
I got you. Okay, yeah. I'm looking
and
at it right
there-
now. I see it.
Yeah, there are some exploits that let you like unlock a talent or things like that, but those are kind of later on.
Cool. Because we're already level 1.
Yeah,
So I think I'm going to take, since this is probably going to be the last session, right?
yeah.
All right, I'm going to fill it all up then. Or try to. I'm going to spend 200 points and take
Okay.
quick draw.
Quick draw 1. Okay, so this is actually a good thing to point out. Those little stars over the top, right? Mean you can take that exploit more than once. You can take it that many times. So you can keep increasing how quick draw you are, or how quick on the draw you are. The experience cost doubles every time you want to level it up. So it was 200 for the first one. It would be 400 for the second one. And you can buy them all at once. Like if you had a pool of 600 experience, you could just buy both levels right off the bat. And there are, a few you can see on this first page, and there's a few of those throughout the levels where you get more bonuses the more you invest in it.
Cool.
Where does it tell me where we can spend experience? Oh, leveling up. Is it
Yeah,
Page
that's
18.
it's page 20 on the PDF.
20?
I like how there's level 0 stuff too. That's cool.
Yeah, because I mean, that's the other thing is like, starting, especially like in D&D, you're told like, oh, you're just like the average person, but you are level 1, you know some things, right? So
Yeah.
we wanted to start you like as a drifter, as like really a nobody, and that's why you have to roll for how much ammo and how much money you have. It's like you've got nothing.
Yeah, I like that.
It also kind of makes like level 10, you really feel like you've changed from the first session.
Well, I will tell you that after that one incident, I've got plenty of new guns, a spare horse, a bunch of money in my pocket, and plenty of ammo. So
That's true. Yeah, I think you did maybe take them for all they're worth.
yeah.
Yeah, and also a good question for you all is last session it was basic rules, figuring out the game, finding your sea legs. Do you want me to kind of up the ante this game, make it a bit harder, test out some of the death mechanics maybe, or was the last session's level of challenge kind of where you guys like it?
I'm all for
Yeah.
upping it up. Yeah, it's a one shot, so yeah, let's.
Yeah, might as well end in a blaze of glory kind of thing.
Yeah.
So what can I do when I go up a level? So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do and what I can't do.
So yeah, you'd get nothing except the unlock, like the exploits for the next level are now available for purchase.
What level are we?
Level 1.
Oh, okay. It's not up on there. It doesn't show it on there. Okay. And what do I get? So I get. I'm awfully.
You have
confused.
200 experience that you can use to spend on level 1 or level 0 exploits.
Oh,
Right.
really? Oh, okay.
I almost took tough and then took like cook and something else.
Yeah. I mean, and especially like if you're using the advanced rules, like cooking actually, someone ends up becoming the cook for the group. And like there are later exploits that are your cooking actually provides temporary health to the party every morning. So you get to roll an extra 1d4 or 1d6.
That's cool.
If you're,
That's the thing. That's the thing I like about this game. I'm talking about, like, there's always a cowboy cook.
Yeah, right. There's always that guy in camp who's.
But there's always a guy in camp who's like stirring something, going, "Hey, it'll be ready when it's ready." You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool. So it hits, like I said, it hits that Western sweet spot without getting too, it hits all the drum points.
Name yourself, please.
Complicated or mired down.
Yeah, we wanted people to feel like they could, be in their favorite cowboy movie or do something very similar to it or whatever. So. Yeah, so we've got, you're taking Quick Draw 1. Jaywall, what are you taking? Are you taking any exploits?
Yeah, I'll probably just take tough.
Tough, okay. So you immediately gain 5 additional max health. So, and you could, if you really want to be clever with it, you can technically take that in the middle of combat. So you can suddenly be like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling a bit stronger, but you can take it now, no problem. And then, James, what are you taking? I should
Can I
start calling
buy
you
one
your
or
character.
how many can I buy? 1 or 2?
You can buy as many as long as you have the experience for it. So
I'm gonna get locksmith
Locksmith 1, okay, so that's 50 experience.
and find cover.
And find cover, okay, yeah, so that's another 150. So Locksmith lets you, takes 1d10 minutes to crack easy locks. So something like that lock from their cash box from last session, that would have been an easy lock that you could just, you just roll a 1d10 for it. And then find cover, yeah, half action to hunker down and take cover. I think some folks were doing that like against the mine wall and stuff like that. So you can get some extra target out of that. And also when we ended last session, one of the reasons you were keeping that associate was because I believe Abraham Conrad had some connection to that character. That was kind of the direction you all were pointing, was chasing down that man's gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Well, once things are sorted, we can really get into it, unless you guys are all ready to start now.
I'm ready to ride out.
Cool.
Ready?
It has, you guys actually, speaking of riding out, you have been riding all night, and you had a gunfight in the middle of the night, and you rode the previous day before that. So you're feeling a little trail beaten, a little weary. Might need to take a bit of a rest. Do you want to do that, or you just want to let's chase him down now?
No, I think we should rest. At least my guy wants to rest. I think Abraham's
definitely need to rest.
Abraham's been shot to shit, and and Charlie got mauled.
Yeah, that's true. Charlie's got some bear claws on his back.
Yeah. So I think if we all of today and then ride out tomorrow morning.
Okay.
Yeah, boy, I'd like to rest up.
Charlie's always
Stop
in such a
fucking
good
laughing.
Say, man.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
gonna-
Look, don't
stop
judge. We are fucking role playing, aren't we? Sorry.
We are. No, I'm not laughing at. I love how into it you are. I love characters or players who get into their character.
And
I
was
too
only laughing because it's topical. It's
the worst
Yeah.
accent
You're like-
ever. Is
No,
why
no,
you're
no, no,
bloody
no. You're
laughing.
like-
You're
you're like-
judging, silent
you're-
judging.
no. It's not the accent. It's the way you're delivering the line. You just got mauled by a bear.
and you're just like so ready to go. You know, you're like the guy who's like,
take a rest. Yeah,
whatever.
I'm cool with whatever.
It's the character's attitude. You know, like imagine you walking, you've got just scraps of shirt left because this bear removed the other part. And you're like, yeah, I could ride. I could take a rest. I don't know. I should probably get this stitched up, but whatever works. I'm good. So yeah, you guys you're standing kind of in town in Pagosa Springs. The sheriff is, he's going and talking to the carpenter to check if he'll make some coffins for these newly dead folks. And the couple of barely alive folks are being thrown into the jail cells as you speak. But you could stay in the hotel, which is the saloon. It has a couple extra rooms, or you could camp outside, or just chill out for the day. What's the plan?
Well, I'm gonna be like, well, didn't the landlord or whatever they're called, the barkeep, didn't he say that we can rest up inside? I'm sure that he gave us free permission to do it.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
I'm gonna go in. I mean, it's daytime. I'm off to bed. I'm gonna head up to bed. I'm gonna head up to a room and take a bed.
Okay. So yeah, you walk in. It's like 10 in the morning. There's still people drinking at the bar though, and the bartender sees you walk in just bloodied, and he's like, "Oh, sir, you're gonna need to pay." Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go ahead. He's not gonna argue with you. You look like you've been through a lot, so you just push open the first door. There's a small bed there, and you can rest up. Is everybody else gonna find their own rooms and rest?
Yeah. Well, do we still have his associate with us, or is that guy going to get locked in the jail?
He's still with you, but if you want to temporarily hold him in the jail and then pull him out afterwards.
And I kind of point with my shiny new lever action rifle.
Yeah.
I point at it towards him. I'm like, hey, what are we going to do with that weasel?
You just already sawing logs. The sheriff looks at you and goes, well, we could hold him for you if you want. Might get a little crazy, but I don't care about his comfort, to be honest.
Yeah, we can hold him. Hold him for us.
Yeah, he like basically just pulls him off the horse because I think he's like tied down to the horse, right? Pulls him off and just stumbles him.
With a stick of dynamite in his mouth, if I remember.
That's right. There's still a stick of dynamite in his mouth. He hands that back to you, Sam Peckinpah. He hands that back to you. It's kind of soggy with his saliva. He goes, you might want to wash that off or something.
Nah, wipe it off. Don't worry about it. All right, I'll stumble into the saloon after. Well, not stumble. I'll walk into the saloon. I'll mosey into the saloon after that.
Okay. So you mosey in. There's folks drinking. The bartender, he looks at you and goes, hey, are you going to pay for your friend's room, or are you going to...
Yeah, I was looking for my associate. Did he go upstairs?
He did.
All right. Well, he got mauled by a bear, so...
Oh, is that what... It looks like he didn't have too good of a time.
Yeah, cut him. So how much is the room?
Oh, it's $1 a night.
All right, I'll slap 5 on the counter.
Okay.
I'm like, that's for the 3 of us, and want a hot bath.
Oh, yes, sir. And he takes the 5 and puts it away. And
a hot bath later tonight.
Okay. So you've got that coming. I assume Abraham Conrad also goes up into the saloon.
Yeah,
takes a rest.
I'm going to take the dynamite back to the shop.
Okay, so you follow through on your...
I kept the one stick, though.
Yeah. I'll take the other 2 back.
Okay, so you bring it back in. The shopkeeper's just kind of setting up. You know, the day has really just started for this town. And you walk in. He says, so how'd it go? You look a little worse for wear. And he's kind of eyeing you as you've got, dirt and blood all over you.
Yeah, so I hand him the 2 dynamite. I'm just like, I mean, as you can see, there's 1 less, so something happened.
Oh, well, I hope it went okay. Now I can't remember our deal. Did you pay for that one already, or was I just letting you?
I paid for them, yeah.
Oh, well then, thanks for.
Fuck off, you did.
Yeah, did you actually? I'm really.
I know you did. You did.
For him.
Oh yeah, you did, because he fucking tried conning me out of fucking $2, so I refused to pay for them.
So yeah, he says, well, thank you. Do you want your cash back for them?
You can keep it.
Oh, wow. And a defender of the town and generous. Well, thank you, sir. And he puts them away in the little lockbox and continues to kind of set up the store for the day.
Head to the saloon.
Okay, so you head up. And so you're all taking a rest at this point. You're kind of finding a fitful sleep in these frankly uncomfortable beds.
I'll probably sleep for a few hours. Like, I'll try and probably sleep a few hours and then get up
Yeah.
and then go to bed at a reasonable time later.
Yeah.
No.
So how resting works is like it's 8 hours of just not riding, not walking around, not doing anything too strenuous, and as long as 4 hours of the are spent sleeping, you get your full health back and you get 1 luck back. So I think a few of you had spent more than 1 luck. I didn't keep track of that too.
Yeah,
well.
I spent 1.
Okay, so you get that one back.
All my luck.
Yeah, so you get 1 luck back, and yeah, you also get 1 luck back.
How much health do I get back?
You're at max now.
Hey, not that it's very high, but hey.
What little health you do have, it returns.
You got 11, James, was it, or 12?
What?
Health.
14.
You got 9. Right?
I was down to 10.
Oh, right, because you guys joined up in the party, so you guys have a little bit extra health.
I'm up to 19 now.
Oh, living life.
I got 17. I'm good to go.
Yeah, now I can actually have the baddies pull out some of the big guns.
What? They're just gonna kill me.
That's okay.
No, you just took the hide exploit.
Yeah, so you're going to be hard to hit. Kind of a glass cannon type. So are you guys going to spend? You're going to spend the whole day and evening, night in the saloon, just milling about, getting your rest, and then ride off the next morning.
I think that's my plan is to do that. Yeah, my plan is to not screw up my sleeping schedule. Get up a few hours later. Hopefully, still be tired enough to just relax. Get some food wherever you can get food from. I don't know if the saloon sells food.
Yeah, they sell. I mean, they call it food. It's close to just kind of gruel or stew, but yeah, they got it.
All right. And yeah, I'm gonna if they're not awake, I'm gonna be talking about the time that we shot the guy and he exploded because the idiot was running around with dynamite.
So you're really upping your story. You're telling all the highlights of the crew downstairs in the bar. Yeah, people are buying you drinks. They're all having a good time. Could I get a charm roll from you for how well you tell the story?
Do I have charm? Yes, I do. Is it just charm then? Yeah.
Yeah, unless you can. I mean, I assume you're not lying about it or trying to persuade anybody. You're just doing a general.
No. What skill? Hang on. Do I have any skills? Where did I put the skills? Persuasion, bluff. I guess that doesn't really come into it, does it? Really?
Yeah, and again, unless you're lying about it, which I don't think you have to.
No. Right. D20, innit? How does it work again? Just as a refresher, because I may have completely forgotten how the.
That's okay. It's just a D20 plus that ability.
So if my charm's 3, it's +3, yeah.
Yeah, so you're just going to add 3 to it, and if you had a talent, you'd get to extra.
23. I rolled natural 20.
Natural 20 to start the session. Yeah, you're telling this. I mean, it's like if there was an old timey movie, you're basically doing that. It's shot for shot. You're telling it in slow mo. You're jumping up on the tables and describing exactly what happened. You may have embellished the bear a little bit. The bear might have been a grizzly, not a black bear, and it might have been 3 or 4 times bigger, but you fought it off nonetheless. People are going crazy over the story. They can't stop talking about it and buying you drinks and buying you food and things like that.
I'm going to suggest a statue of us in town or something.
Perfect. Yeah. So you're passing this idea by, and everyone's like, "Yeah, maybe. I mean, we don't know anybody who can make a statue, but we'll vote on it next time the town comes together to vote on something." Absolutely. They're all talking about it. So yeah, everybody's hyped. It was amazing. You're a natural storyteller. Maybe the guys upstairs are awoken a little bit by the rabble rousing going on downstairs.
I mean, I'm obviously giving them credit as well. Do you know what I mean? I'm not hoarding that entire credit.
You're hyping the group, the gang. It's all about the brand name.
The Outriders.
The Outriders, yeah. It's going well, and so you go back to bed. You sleep for the night. You do find yourself a little bit tired. You were worried about messing up your sleep pattern. You think maybe the getting clawed by a bear that'll make you tired enough. So you do go back to sleep. You wake up the next morning. Sun is coming up nice and early. It's again uncomfortable in these beds, and it's about dawn. What would you all like to do?
Saddle up. Go
Okay.
scoop up the weasel from the jail.
I'm gonna head over to the supply place.
Okay. So yeah, you head downstairs. You all start saddling up, getting your goods. As you walk down, the whole saloon is it's not trash, but it's certainly messier than the last time you came in. And you think that might have been Charlie's doing, as he kind of started a bit of a party. And you guys head outside, saddle up. One of you goes into the jail, into the sheriff's office, and the deputy's there, and he perks up when you come in. He's trying to like hype himself up. He's like, "Well, if you guys need an extra gun, I'd be willing to go out there with you, but you probably got it. I don't want to rain on your parade or anything." And he opens up the jail cell and pulls out this guy and tosses him to you, and you can just load him up on the horse. Do you want to load him up on the horse like tied down so he's not gonna he has no chance of bolting, or do you want him sitting up so it might not look as suspicious from other folks?
No, he can ride.
Okay.
We'll have his hands tied in the front though.
Okay.
He can ride. Like it's up to it, and more than likely it's up to Jaywall too. It's up to
because this is
Right, and be tied up like just behind you.
Yeah.
okay. And you go in, Charlie. You go into the general store.
Yes, please.
And what would you like to buy?
I'm gonna. Do they sell shotguns?
Yes, they're kind of expensive, but yeah, you could
How
buy one.
expensive?
Bad
Well,
eyes with Bane.
it is about. It's listed as $26, but they're probably selling it for like 30, 35. I'm gonna say 35, because it's small town, don't get a lot of business, had a lot of trouble recently.
All right.
So
Can I try and haggle him down? Can I be like,
Absolutely.
hey, we've opened up the. Did you not hear about us? We dealt with those bandits, so you're gonna have business again.
that's pretty persuasive. Yeah, make a persuasion roll. Another natural 20, I expect.
And it's charm again, isn't it? Charm, and then persuasion adds 2 to it, doesn't it?
Yeah, so you get +5 in total.
Hey, watch me not roll a natural 20. 19, no, that's 24.
Jesus Christ.
It's all
Yeah,
gonna go downhill.
yeah.
It's all gonna gradually drop down by 1.
You're gonna just be rolling natural ones after 20.
And when you make a death save, it's gonna be a 1.
Yeah. You're gonna head straight towards that good night. Yeah, so you just start to mention like, oh, we've cleared it up, we're the outriders. He goes, well, yeah, I heard all about you at the saloon last night. Of course I'll give you a discount. How about $25? That's just about how much it costs for me to
I'll be like,
get
well,
it.
that's not all I want, boy. Rations, and we need trial rations. We're heading out today. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna just buy a few things like excuse me, yeah, some sort of trial rations for everyone. I'm gonna get so I'm gonna get myself a shotgun, because I think in my head shotguns might be better for me because they have a spread, and I might have more chance of hitting someone or everything.
Yeah, okay. So you load up with a shotgun for 25,
I'll get
and
the
then for
ammo.
for $5 more. For $5 more, he'll throw in.
Oh, no, I don't want him to throw things in. I'm just gonna buy everything.
Full price.
We're not full price, but he's giving me a discount or whatever. So I'll
Yeah.
buy everything, and I'll slip him a tip at the end.
Okay. So
So,
for if you want like 5 days of rations plus ammo, he'll do that for another like $5, like $30 in total.
All right.
So
$30, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
All right. I'll give him $35 and say, keep the change there, partner.
Well, thank you. And then if you see anybody on the trail, do send them by. You guys made quite a name, so your word is good advertisements around here.
Ah, well, maybe you could, remember my name. My name's Charlie Hunter, and I've shopped here.
Oh, yeah. Well, is this your favorite shop on the Citadel? No, he doesn't say that.
Yes,
he
it
said,
is my favourite shop in whatever backward town we're in.
in Slackjaw, Yokelville. Yeah. So he gives you your stuff for $35, and the rations, 5 days of rations. So it's
And it's $35, yeah?
$35. Yeah, including.
Does
your
he have
generous...
any? Does he have any like? Before I finish buying anything, does he have any like gold sort of? You know, if we go panning for gold to melt gold down and stuff like that. Does he have any
to
any of those
melt gold
supplies?
down? He doesn't
Yeah.
have. He doesn't have anything to melt gold down, but he does have like gold panning stuff. If you'd like,
Okay.
would you like some of that?
No.
No.
Okay.
I just want.
It's gonna become resource gathering. You guys are we're gonna spend the next week in the mountains panning for gold. Okay. So you head back out and you see the rest of your crew is kind of saddled up. You've all got your supplies and you're loaded to bear.
I'll hand out some rations. I'll give them all their 5 days of rations.
Okay. So you hand those around to folks. You guys all get your little bundle of food. It's mostly like jerky and beans, some coffee for when you're out on the trail. And this guy at the end of last session, this associate told you they were headed east for Oklahoma, and they had left just a few days ago. So you're going to be kind of following their trail. He doesn't know exactly where they went, but he can point you in the direction, certainly. So if you guys are ready to head out, I need someone to either make a survival roll or a nature roll to start picking up a trail somewhere.
My instincts are 0, so for me to
Okay.
roll survival. Does anybody else have a better instinct roll?
I mean, I could do the nature because I have 3 in brains.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
That would be best.
Rolling up now.
Rolling that Bane footage.
Okay. So a 14 is pretty solid. You're finding your way. You're not you don't just look down and go, oh, I know exactly where they are, but you're kind of picking your way and using this guy's advice of like, oh, well, they went east. They're going to go through this gap in the mountain. So you're kind of finding your trail, finding the most likely track. You think over the course of the next few days, it's going to be a bit easier to start tracking them down as you get closer and closer.
Yeah.
And he also lets you know, this guy lets you know that they do have at least 2 carts with them when he last left them. So they should be traveling slower than you all, who you guys are just on horses and donkeys, right?
I'm on a donkey, yes.
Yeah. So you should be moving a little bit faster. So just over time, you'll close that gap.
I have a spare horse. Do you want to ride that?
Oh, the associate? Yeah, he'll take that one if
No.
he can.
I don't know. I didn't give it to anybody.
Oh, okay.
Like, does James? Do you want to ride the horse? I have a spare horse other than what the associate is riding.
What are you trying to say about my donkey?
Well, lighten its load, ease its back.
Gladys
carry it
here
along with us?
me and Gladys here have been through thick and thin, for crying out loud.
Okay.
Sure.
It's a good name for a donkey. I like
Gladys is perfect. Yeah. Gertrude also fits.
it. Gertie. Gladys. Yeah. So you kindly refuse the offer of a horse, and you take your donkey. Your donkey appreciates
Hang on,
that.
you completely misinterpreted what I just said.
Oh, were you saying yes?
I did say yes, but I was being
okay.
slightly offended that he was basically saying that my donkey wasn't good enough.
Okay.
So you do take the horse.
Yeah,
Your
of course
donkey
I
is
do.
now sad. It feels like it's been pushed away for something better, for the newer model.
Oh, it can still hold your trail rations and shit,
That's true.
Exactly.
It's still, yeah,
And-
it can come along with you.
and it loads lighter, and it can move quicker now.
Mm-hmm.
So you all hit the trail. You start riding out into the wilderness. Now the mountains kind of slope downwards into this big grassy plain out east of Pagosa. As you're basically just heading direct east. Can I get an awareness roll from the 2 who aren't tracking? So Jay, while you're tracking, you're busy, kind of focused on that. But an awareness from the other 2.
Bam.
What does that use?
What?
Instincts.
Yeah, instincts.
Yeah. 14.
14, okay.
16.
And a 16. Yeah. So you guys are both riding. You're just keeping your eye out in the distance. You see like a smoke trail or a smoke. I don't know what it would be called. You just see smoke, I guess, from a campfire off to the north. You don't think that's them because they definitely left a while ago. It looks like probably someone out just hunting or camping or something. And then you also spot what looks like bear tracks. After you've been riding for a few hours, you spot some bear tracks kind of crisscrossing where you are. These mountains already have those. But for the most part, it's an uneventful day. You're just kind of shooting the breeze as you're hitting the wilderness, the frontier. And you come to about evening-ish, maybe 3 or 4 in the evening as you've been riding. Do you guys want to stop? Do you want to keep going? You're kind of narrowing in on what you think their trail is. You've found a couple sets of cart tracks that you think, okay, this has got to be who we're after. So do you want to kind of keep pushing, or do you want to call it for the evening and keep your energy up for tomorrow?
I think we should call it.
I'll leave it up to Abraham. It's his sister.
It's true.
Let's go up to him. Let's
Okay.
scope it out.
So you're gonna keep pushing?
Yep.
So then I need everyone to make a vigor roll to avoid being exhausted, because you guys are
Oh, that's what I'm
Heading.
good at.
into the night as you keep riding.
Sam is nothing if not vigorous. I got
Yeah.
21. I got 21.
21, definitely.
What does
You
figure
just shrug it
use?
off. Vigor is under grit.
Awesome.
Yeah, buddy. What's your grit?
-1.
I got a 16.
I got 4.
Nice.
So Abraham and
Fucking Charlie
you guys
falls
are-
off his horse.
yeah, you guys you're riding just fine, and you see Charlie in the back just falling asleep and kind of like leaning into his horse and having trouble kind of keeping awake on the trail, and eventually just slump forward and fall asleep with that same kind of sawing logs that you heard out of the saloon. Yeah, and you seem to sleep just as comfortably like as this horse is just riding along, and the horse is just following the group. So the other two of you are still awake.
So I want to look around at him, see he's like this, and I just want to lasso right next to him.
Okay, so it just cracks out and you startle awake. And if you are going to stay awake, Charlie, you are going to take -2 to all of your awareness rolls and -1 to all brains rolls.
I'm gonna be like, I think we should. I think we should set up camp and not go any further.
Yeah, I think your bear wound's getting infected.
Gotta rub some maggots on it or something. Whatever they did in the Revenant.
Pour some whiskey on it.
Yeah, right.
So you camping, or are you going to keep riding?
Like I said, it's up to Abraham.
Let's keep going.
It's your sister.
All right. Okay, they can keep going. I'm gonna set up camp.
Oh, are we already splitting the party? Is that what's happening? So you pull off with your donkey and you say, "I've had enough of this," and you start to set up.
I've had enough of this. I need to get my shut eye.
And the associate leans over to you, Abraham. He says, it's dangerous up in these hills. I mean, there's my gang, there's your old gang, there's what's left of the hirelings from the Glantons, there's bears. That man's going to die if we leave him back there.
You're probably right.
Acceptable losses. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll head back and we'll camp then.
Ignoring the fact that your crew shot to shit because of us.
Well,
We're probably right now the most dangerous thing in these woods, besides the bear.
Well, yeah, but I mean, as a group we are, but just one of you camping alone with a donkey, I mean that's mighty dangerous.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
I've got a
right.
donkey and a horse. Thank you at the moment.
You're right. So it's extra tasty for the bear. They can have a full 3-course meal.
I do have a shotgun that I couldn't find any stats for. So
Oh, it does 4d4 damage, and it uses your long gun stat to attack. So you all decide to camp from Charlie's insistence.
4d4.
4d4, yeah.
As in 4 to.
How many bullets do I have? Or shells?
You have 12 because you said you bought a box. See, we've got 12 bullets for it, 12 shells for it.
Right, cool.
So you all set up camp, kind of uneasy in the darkness. You hear some coyotes in the distance howling. You see very faintly on the western horizon the lights of Pagosa Springs. You also see a couple of other campfires out in the darkness, or at least lights. Maybe they're buildings or farmhouses or something, kind of still illuminating the dark. Who wants to keep watch?
I got a pretty good vigor score. I'll keep watch for a while.
Okay. Can I get an awareness roll from you?
Yeah. I'll keep watch for about 4 hours.
Okay.
My awareness is just a straight D20 plus 0. Ah, there we go.
Wow.
Critical hit.
Natural 20, yeah. So you're eagle-eyed in the darkness. You suddenly remember you have dark vision, and you can just see everything that's coming.
It's my cyber eyes.
Yeah, exactly. You got night vision goggles somewhere. Yeah, so you're keeping watch. Nothing's really getting past you. You see a curious little snake start to slither up to the campfire, the embers of it, maybe trying to keep warm. It doesn't look very venomous or interested in being noticed. It's just kind of sitting in some of the low brambles. So you can do what you want with that one.
I'm going to stomp the shit out of it.
Okay. So you start just boot healing it into the dirt.
Snakes. Fucking hate fucking snakes.
So this thing just gets mangled by you. The other group party members, you all kind of wake up and you see him just stamping into the dirt. You're not even sure what he's stamping on, but he's shouting about snakes, and you think, okay, well, he's got it handled. You go back to sleep. You do notice the associate. Have you been talking with him? Are you chit chatting, or are you just letting him do?
If he's awake or whatever, then I'll be chit chatting with him. Yeah.
Okay. So you get to know him a little bit. His name is Clayton Moeller.
Clayton
Moeller, and he's just passing the time, talking about kind of trying to make small talk. And with your high awareness roll, you see him keep eyeing the horses. And he's just kind of leaning back from the campfire, and every time they're sitting off to his side, and so he keeps looking over and just doing a little too much of looky-loo at these horses.
All right, I'll kind of stand in front of him and I'll just kind of crouch down in front of him out of arm's length, and I'll just have my rifle cradled over my arms.
Mm-hmm.
I go, listen, unless you can ride faster than 1,000 feet per second, you're just gonna die on top of a horse.
Oh, I wasn't looking to lead. I like horses. I was just admiring.
Yeah, sure. Check this out. I don't know you. I don't give a shit. We already found the cart tracks. We got enough information to follow that trail on our own. You try any stupid shit in the middle of the night, or you try to ride off one of them horses, you're gonna die tired. That's it.
Then if you already found the tracks, then maybe you could just cut me loose while everybody else is asleep. I'll give you $100.
Yeah, maybe you can shut the fuck up. You don't have any money on you.
Well, but I got a bank account back in Durango. I could mail you the cash.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm a man of my
that's
word.
okay. Yeah, I'll let you. Yeah, you could pay. You can mail me $100. Sure.
It seems reasonable. You don't need to berate a man just for having an idea.
That is reasonable. That is reasonable. You know what?
Oh, so then you'll let me go?
Heck yeah. Fuck no, I ain't letting you go.
Yeah. So he kind of all right. I
Go
wasn't
to
looking
sleep.
at the horses. Oh, okay. Yes.
Ain't for me to let you go anyway. Abraham will make that decision.
So he lays down, very much just pretending to sleep. But obviously not going to run. But he is.
I'll walk by him every once in a while and poke him in the head with my barrel.
just
Be like, I'm
just to let him
watching
know.
you.
Yeah. Are you going to wake up Abraham for the second watch?
Yeah.
Okay. So you kind of shake Abraham awake, and Abraham, can I get an awareness roll from you?
Yeah.
I like, hey Abraham, this weasel is slicker than goose shit. He keeps eyeballing them horses.
Yeah, I'll just look round at him and just put my hand on my pistol next to me.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you just let them know that you're ready to draw,
Yeah.
and you keep an eye on the night. What do you get awareness wise?
I get 15.
Pretty good. Yeah, you're not as good as the natural 20, but you are just keeping an eye on the dark, making sure nothing's coming out at you. You hear some of the howling from the coyotes, kind of a little bit closer. Maybe it's just echoing off the hills. Having seen that bear come out of nowhere, you're just a little bit weary. The associate does fall back asleep. Clayton, right? Yeah, he falls back asleep and actually asleep this time. And morning rolls around, and so you start to munch on some of your rations and wake up the rest of the party, and everybody consumes one of their rations. So if you each had 5 days,
Do we gain back the rest of the luck?
Oh yes, you do gain luck. If you were missing any luck, you do gain some of it back. Thank you for checking.
I'm still missing one.
Yeah, because you had 3, right? So.
Yeah, used all your luck up getting shot.
So I assume that. Oh, let me change my name. Nathan, what's your character's name?
Sam.
Yeah, I'll be like. I assume that Sam tells us about the slippery snake bloke trying to offer you $100 to from his bank account.
No, I don't.
Oh, all right then.
I just said I did warn him about he's probably thinking about running. But I didn't rat the guy out.
I was like, can we not
I ain't
break
no
his
rat.
legs then? Can we not just shadow his just smash his what are they called?
You're like the goblin from Lord of the Rings. How about the legs? They don't need their legs. He's
Do you want to break this man's legs while he's sitting here in camp?
No, but I'm saying it really loudly as well. I'm not being.
Yeah,
No,
he's
they
concerned.
We'll never hear him. He won't stop belly aching after that.
Well, we could
Yeah,
gag him.
You just say that,
He's
and I'm
not
like,
listening.
I mean, we could take his kneecaps like Killian.
You did take Killian's kneecaps right off. They turned into many little pieces after you were done.
I won't do anything to him.
Okay, so you don't do anything. He's heard this whole conversation, and you can kind of see him eyeing his knees, like, "Oh man, I don't want to lose you." And you all load up on the horses. You still tie him into place on the horse, I assume. And you start to head out. It has grown a little bit more forested than the grassy field that you were riding through before. You hear a creek that's kind of zigzagging through, and you're letting the horses water there, refilling your canteen and stuff like that. I need another either survival or nature check from someone to keep tracking.
Yeah.
That's all you.
1d20 plus 3. 14.
All right, yeah. So you're doing a pretty good job. It's getting a little bit easier as you are finding. There seems to be this one muddy trail through the forest that is giving away where these guys went. And can I get an awareness roll from the other two as you're going?
Straight D20. I'm pretty tired.
Yeah, you're pretty tired, and you're focused on this guy running. You're really
18.
worried about him. 18, much better. Yeah, you've got your eyes on the skies. You see a group of carrion birds circling off to the south.
All right. Oh, looks like there's been some death over there. There's some vultures up ahead, or buzzards. I don't know what the difference is, but
I don't know either. So either term is fine with me. That's why I used carrion birds, because I don't know.
So you went generic.
Yeah, it's like I'll go as generic. You see birds circling. That's what I'll say.
Matt,
yeah,
it'd be worth going having a look, see what's up.
How far away are they circling?
They are. You guys are riding like direct east there, like southeast. So it would be a bit of a detour, but it's maybe a mile.
Going after your sister, Abraham. It's up to you.
We can take the detour quick.
All right.
Okay, so you start to ride off the trail even more. It's not too hard to follow these guys. Do you want to just ride like horses up right up to this, or do you want to dismount and kind of sneak your way up? What's the plan as you approach this thing?
Well, if there's buzzards, then it's going to be the death. You know, that would have happened a while ago. I mean, they're not just going to turn up as soon as someone starts dying.
you guys stay here. When we start to get close, I'm gonna say, you guys stay here. I'll ride ahead and check it out.
Okay. So you, as you guys get close, you cross over that little stream. Your horse is kind of clopping through the rocky waters and
I'm going to have my shotgun on my. I'm just going to have my shotgun ready.
ready. So in case anything jumps out at you,
Yep.
you can get down.
Like a bear.
And, yeah, like a bear.
Or a snake.
Sam, you're riding ahead, and you start going through the underbrush, and you kind of come over this hill and look down into this, tiny little valley. It's really just a gap between two little ridges, and you see a cart missing two wheels, and it's just toppled over on its side, and it looks like maybe a little burned, not a little burned out. It looked mostly burned out from the inside. The cloth covering is all gone. You just see the metal bars over the top, and it looks like there's at least two bodies there. And a couple of the birds are kind of starting to descend and land near this opening to start pecking through the wreckage.
Okay. All right. I will head back to the group.
Okay. So you turn around,
Yep.
you ride back the, few hundred yards back to them, let them know what's up. So now you guys all.
All right. Yeah. Destroyed wagon covered. So, what's the hey Clayton?
Oh yeah.
Describe those carts that your group had.
Well, one of them was like a supply cart, no covering or anything, just full of boxes. The other one was like a covered wagon type thing and had a few horses.
All right.
Why is that? What's up ahead?
Yeah, there's a covered wagon that's been attacked. Looks like either Indians or bandits or something.
Well, if you check them out and they, if any of the boys have like a little handkerchief with a diamond on it, then they're part of my old gang, or part of the folks that you're looking after. So that might be them.
All right. All right, I'll ride over to so this we'll make some sort of a plan. I'll ride up and check it out and see if I see the handkerchief with the diamond. If I do, and I'll come back and I'll know, and then we can pick up the trail from there. Or I can what?
Sorry, I think you cut out for me for just a moment.
Yeah, you're cutting out, Mr. Robot.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah, do you think arigato, missed? So I said I'll ride you guys here in an ambush. I'll ride up. If I get into trouble, I'll investigate the scene, get into trouble, keep feet and ride back here, and then y'all just open fire on anybody chasing me.
What?
Most of it.
Yeah.
Never mind.
No, you're
right over.
I think I got it. You're gonna be the outrider. You're gonna ride ahead, check it out.
I'm gonna ride ahead.
You guys are gonna cover your back, and if stuff goes sideways, they've got you covered. While you're the only one in the opening in the
exactly. Yes.
Okay.
And I'll ride back to them, and they can shoot the shit out of anybody chasing me.
Okay.
All right.
So does that sound like a plan to everybody?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
However, why would there be a handkerchief with a diamond in it? That makes no sense.
Well, I'm just checking because Clayton here said that's what his old gang wore.
Yeah, we're the Diamondback Bandits. So like we got our little handkerchief, and there's a little diamond on it.
But
So
when you say like a drawing or an actual diamond?
Oh, like a drawing. We're not wealthy enough to have diamonds.
okay.
We wouldn't be a gang otherwise. Yeah. So you're gonna ride ahead. Are you gonna bring Clayton?
That's one of my new motivations. Get a handkerchief with a
Get
diamond.
one of the handkerchiefs. Okay.
Actual diamond.
Like a real diamond.
Yeah.
Like a real diamond. It's gonna be really heavy and like hanging down on your handkerchief. It's
That's okay.
Yeah.
On a neckerchief?
Yeah.
Just get a stiff neckerchief.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna ride ahead and check this out.
Yep.
Are you gonna bring Clayton with you? Are you gonna tie his horse
No.
to a tree?
You should stay with those two and
Okay. So you start to ride ahead, kind of picking through the grass.
So I'm gonna have my. So as he goes ahead, I'm gonna have my shotgun like sort of pointed at. Is it Clayton? Is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just sort of pointed in Clayton's general direction. So if he gets
In
any
case
funny
he tries
ideas,
anything.
if he gets any funny ideas, he will get a face full of shotgun.
Okay, so he's sitting there with like his hands tied to the horse. He's like, if anything's gonna attack, it's not gonna be me. Point it somewhere else, man. Kind of
Well,
like,
boy, you better make sure that nothing attacks us then.
how am I supposed to do that with my hand? You know what? That's fine. I'll make sure nothing attacks us. How about okay?
James gonna wash his mouth out with buckshot as soon as something happens. Bang!
Didn't need them anymore. Yeah. So you ride toward this clearing. It's middle of the day. It's kind of this hot, buggy afternoon.
I'm gonna gallop towards it.
Okay, so you're riding hard. You're kind of making noise. There's woodland critters are kind of skittering their way away from you. Birds in the trees are flapping out, and you ride into the clearing. You go from the shade of the forest into this bright sunlight of the mountain air, and it's quiet for a moment. Nothing seems to happen. You're just kind of hearing birds and animals skittering around. So you start to walk your horse around the knocked over wagon. You see a couple of bodies. They're both burned. They don't look like they have you can't really identify anything about them. They don't have any handkerchiefs on or neckerchiefs on that you can see. But as you get closer, you do see there are quite a few bullet holes in the sides of this wagon. It looks like there was some sort of gunfight. Okay. Right then, this shot cracks out, and we're going to see if it hits you.
Oh, shiznit. My target's 18.
Okay, yeah, it definitely misses then. This shot fires and hits the dirt next to you. Your horse spooks and rears. And should we cut to black? Yeah, so when we last left our heroes, our friend Sam Peckinpah was riding out to check out a covered wagon, and someone had other thoughts about that and took a pot shot at you from somewhere in the woods. You've got like a moment to react. Do you want to? What do you want to do?
Before that, do we see where the shot comes from?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
Yeah, so how far away are you guys who were hanging back? Abraham and Charlie.
Well, I'd imagine that we're hanging back just within the if it's like a foresty type area.
Yeah.
I guess we're hanging back just within the tree line so that we're a little obscure. But we might be able to, because we might have a better field of the actual opening, the clearing.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you both make an awareness roll to maybe see where that shot comes from?
19. Fucking cowboy.
23.
Fucking our instincts are dialed in today.
Yeah. And a 4. So Abraham, you are still concerned about this man Clayton. Maybe
he's like, gunshot. What?
What? Did someone shoot Clayton? Oh no, we're okay. Charlie and Sam, you both see generally where the shot came from. There's a few trees kind of to the north side of this clearing, and it looks like it came from up in the branches. Someone has climbed up in these branches and has taken a shot at you from up there. You're basically spotting them. You think you see a figure in the trees, but right now it's Sam. You're in the middle of this.
Yeah. Lone gunman.
In terms of what you've spotted so far, yes, just one guy.
All right, I will ride around the other end of the wagon.
Okay, so to put it between you and the gunman.
Yeah, I will dismount.
Okay.
And just kind of tie my horse real quick. Hitch him to the burnt tire or whatever, the burnt wheel or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of wave my hat.
Okay.
Out the side of the wagon.
So yeah, you pull around, your horse is kind of panicking, you tie it off, and now the horse is panicking, it's been shot at, now it's being tied up next to these bodies, it's doing its, clopping around thing. It's pretty unhappy. But you start to flap your hat. Do you want to shout out anything with that?
Yeah, I want to shout, don't shoot.
And this voice shouts back from the woods. You're fairly certain it's the guy in the trees. He goes, "Well, are you with them Diamondback fellas? Because then I'm going to keep shooting."
Damn it, no, we're trying to find them Diamondback fellas.
Oh, you too? Oh, well, I'm sorry for shooting at you then, I guess. We'll both put our guns down and we'll come out and talk this through.
Well, you don't have to put your gun down, but you can come out of them trees and come towards us.
How'd you know I was in the tree? Oh, fine. All right, I'll come down. Give me a
Well,
moment.
you did shoot at me.
And so you see this guy kind of clumsily climbing down this tree, and he hops into the dirt. He's wearing this kind of like navy blue coat. It looks kind of nice, actually. And then these riding pants, kind of fancier boots. You think they might even be like alligator skin or something like that. And he walks out. He's got his rifle and he loads in another round and then closes the chamber. Walks up. Well, sorry for shooting at you. Why are you looking after these fellas?
Well, hold on a sec, and I kind of wave everybody over.
And so Sam or Charlie and Abraham, you see this kind of going down, this discussion starting to happen. Do you guys want to reveal yourselves and come out of the forest?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So you approach, and he sees these two new faces come out. He goes, "Oh, well, clearly I was outgunned. I appreciate you."
You got lit up.
Yeah, I imagine. Okay.
I've still got my
that's on
shotgun.
me.
Still got my shotgun pointed at Clayton.
It's just no cares in the world other than Clayton.
Yeah.
And so you guys all approach, and he goes, "So,
Your donkey hits a rock."
why are y'all chasing down these Diamondback boys?"
Well, who is it that I'm smelling right now?
Oh, well, that's two of them Diamondback boys. They came through. I was able to get the drop on them when one of their wagon wheels broke, and so I gunned them down and then lit it on fire. I was hoping their buddies would come back, but I guess honor is not amongst them. They just left them to die, it seems.
Okay. Well, Abraham, would you like to explain the situation?
Yeah, so I go up to him on my horse and like, what's your name?
Mine is accent. I don't know where it's from. Back east, I think.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it sounds quite like fancy, your accent. That's interesting. Well, I'm Herm Hatterby, bounty hunter extraordinaire.
Herm?
Extraordinaire.
Extraordinaire. He does a little flitter with his hand. Extraordinaire. He kind of expects you to have heard of him. He says,
I nod and I'm like, I might have heard of you.
Yeah. Oh, you see, well, I have been tracking down the dangerous Diamondback bandits for quite a while now. Got two of them. Figured I would lay a trap. I didn't think some other fools would ride up to a bunch of dead bodies.
I would point up in the air and go, well, the buzzards sort of gave it away.
Well, that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping they'd turn around and come find them. But I guess I should probably be more wise about just shooting the first person that walks into a clearing. Probably not very smart. Yeah. Well, gun safety and all that hasn't been invented yet, so it's fine. So you boys are hunting them. Why are you looking after? Are you also going after the bounty? Because I don't really split bounties on people.
You can have the bounty.
Oh, well, perfect. That seems a little too easy. And do you want to roll a bluff for me?
I'm not bluffing, but
you said
we're just going.
You said no other reason. You said no other reason.
No, I said different reason.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. You don't have to roll bluff. I thought you said no other reason. We're just looking for the sport of hunting humans.
We just like hunting people.
Heard these guys were an easy kill. The most dangerous game. So he's in there. Goes, well, maybe we all could team up. You've obviously got a kind of a crew thing going on, and I'm more of a lone rider. But maybe for this time, Herman he'll team up with other bounty hunters, make this a real story for the books.
Hang on.
Speaking of stories,
hang on.
Yeah.
Well, if you're not going to split the bounty, then why should we help you? What's in it for us?
I don't know. What is in it for you guys? You said you didn't want the bounty, so I figured you'd still be... I mean, you don't have to help me. We could just go our separate ways and forgive each other for who shot whom kind of thing,
Oh, you clearly shot at us first, but, that's beside the point.
It is beside the point. We don't have to get into the details.
Yeah, I just look at Charlie. I'm like, I'm sure they have some money and other belongings on them.
Oh, all right.
Oh yeah,
Oh, fair
you're
enough.
allowed to.
All right, we
You can
get
take whatever they have.
Yeah, you can have the. Yeah, you have the. You're quite welcome to the bounty, and we'll have the spoils.
Certainly, that sounds like a fair trade. And well, I saw them heading this away. Found these fellows, but they were fully loading in their other truck. They had some sort of box that looked like loaded up with guns, of 5 or 6 of them, maybe more. Don't know. Those were just the ones kind of on the cart. So we might be in for a real showdown with these fellas.
Where do you
Heck
think
yeah.
they're? Where do you think they're heading?
Gosh, well, they're headed east. I mean, I don't know what is east of here. Anything big? Maybe they got a hideout around these parts. And Clayton is kind of looking sheepishly, like he knows where they're going.
Oklahoma. But yeah.
Oh, that far? Wow. Well, they're not making great time, if I'm honest.
No.
Well, I think we can track them down. And who's this fella you brought with you?
He's an associate of the gang.
Oh, okay. All right. And so he pulls out his notebook and he starts flipping through a few pages. He goes, and is this Morris? Is this
No,
Hardin?
this here's Clayton Muller.
Oh, Clayton Moeller. Well, look at that. You're wanted for $100 for highway robbery back in Durango. So, Clayton, do you want to go in alive or dead? And Clayton's sitting there. He's like, I'm with these boys. They said I can't die yet. No, they're not going to kill me, right? And he kind of looks at Charlie, and Charlie's still got his shotgun like trained on him. And this guy is like, oh, well, all right. We won't kill Clayton just yet, but we'll kill him eventually, right?
Hey,
Well, if he plays by the rules, no, we ain't killing him.
All right. Guess we won't kill him.
What's his sheet say?
Well, just robbery and
No,
highway.
dead or alive.
Oh, it says dead or alive.
Well, I know he's a piece of shit, but okay, dead or alive. All right. Well,
They're probably going to hang him, right? So we could just kind of do it quicker here.
no.
Okay, fair enough.
How does he react to this?
How does Clayton react to this? He's just like sweating and panic. I mean, he's gotten kind of used to you guys just pointing guns at him and talking about you just killing him, whatever. But he does appreciate you saying you're going to bring him back alive. You know, he doesn't like that.
so I'm going to so this bounty hunter, I'm going to be. So what you're saying, right, is that it doesn't matter if he's dead or alive. You know, as long as we bring back a body of some sort, we can collect a bounty. Yeah, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, you just need a face, basically.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm sort of new to this bounty hunting business, I'm afraid. I'm a bit green.
You're like clicking back the hammers on your shotgun. You're like, sorry, I just don't know. You know, don't want to kill the product if we can avoid it. So yeah, he says, well, I saw them riding a little while ago heading east. If you want to keep tracking them down, we could do that.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's what we should do.
Well, maybe no offense to you, partner, but I mean, I don't know you. I know my boys here.
I mean, to be fair, we barely know each other. But...
Yeah, to be fair, I didn't know you 2 days ago.
Maybe our tracker here, Abraham. Maybe he could have a look and see if he can pick up the trail himself.
Oh, so okay. I mean, if you don't want to travel together, I get it.
What?
And
we want to travel together. And I pull Charlie aside. I'm like, he's got a wanted book.
So could I if I wanted to. I could just write in it wanted book. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and he could have just kept shooting at me, but he didn't.
Well, there was 3 of us.
Well, I'm saying, like, he didn't know that. I'm saying, like, any one of these reasons isn't good enough, but all of them put together spells legit bounty hunter to me.
Well, yeah, but they may double back on themselves anyway. We don't want to just go, oh, they're going east and just assume that they're going east and then they've not doubled back or gone in another direction. Does that make any sense? We want to make sure we're actually tracking them down and not just...
Yeah, not chasing their tails or whatever. What's that got to do with this guy? You think he's one of them?
I mean, like, I don't know him. I've
All right,
never
then
heard of
stop
him.
pointing your shotgun at Clayton.
What do you
And
mean?
fucking keep it ready and fucking blast this guy off his horse if he tries anything silly.
All right.
It's not like he can get away.
So you two end your aside, and as you end, I imagine Charlie just moves the shotgun from Clayton to the new guy. Just go. Yeah. So Abraham, do you want to continue tracking from here?
Yeah.
Out of character, real quick.
Sure.
We're not. I didn't give it up in character because it's Abraham's call, but we're going after his sister, right?
Yeah, I mean that's
Yeah.
nominally what's happening.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool.
Cool. So Abraham, you want to give it a little tracky do?
Track you do.
Which roll was that again? That was
Nature or survival?
Yeah.
It's your
makes
+3, and we make awareness rolls.
Yeah, you can.
Oh shit!
Natural 20. Yeah, so you know exactly where they're going. Sam, you're so astonished by this gunfight. You're
I'm
just like,
so jittery from getting shot at.
Yeah.
I got an 11 on my awareness roll.
That's good enough to keep your eyes out, make sure nothing's gonna jump you. Abraham, yeah, just you know exactly where these guys are going. You start following this trail through the woods. You think you are getting closer and closer. But you think from maybe the timing of things, you're probably not going to close in on them before the end of the day. And especially you're starting to find like some of the detritus they've left on the side of the trail and like how fresh these tracks are. You think, they're probably about like 12 hours of riding away, maybe 8 if you guys are really riding fast. So you could hit them in the middle of the night if you want. Or again, you could kind of camp and wait till morning to hit them. What are you guys thinking?
Wait till morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
We know
ride.
Charlie tends to fall asleep otherwise, so
So sleepy Charlie don't want him falling asleep in the middle of a gun battle.
I mean, I'm gonna be like, we could do a short rest and then try and catch them in the morning.
Yeah, absolutely. You could aim for the early morning.
Well, since
Attack.
we're staying up all night, then that'll be easy to do.
Yeah.
Well, get some rest, get some shut eye, and then.
Well, you'll get plenty of shut eye, but
Oh yeah.
So you guys, I'll say for now, you're riding for a couple hours as you're discussing whether you want to approach them or not. And you come across what is a dead horse. It looks like it was shot in the side a couple of times, and then someone just put it out of its misery along the trail. And as you ride up to it, the bounty hunter, he looks at it, he goes, well, yeah, I put a few rounds in that horse, and they just kept riding it, so guess they finally put it down. I guess we are getting close, though. Good news, am I right? And he opens up his book and then seems to scratch something out in there. Maybe he's even keeping track of their horses and whatnot.
Can I get to a position where I can see what he's actually doing in his book?
You're peeking into the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make an awareness roll as you peek over his shoulder.
20. How did that happen?
How did you roll a 28 on a d20?
Did it explode? Because you wrote exclamation.
Why? There should be no explosion. Why would it
The
have
exclamation means it explodes, I think.
Right. So I did roll a 20 because it wouldn't have exploded otherwise. So 24.
Is that how that works? I'm unfamiliar.
Yeah,
with that.
if it's, I don't know what, I must have accidentally clicked on compound Shadowrun style. But anyway.
Okay.
So if I rolled the highest number, if I aced it, it would roll again.
Mm-hmm.
So ignore that.
Oh.
I didn't get a 20. I didn't get a 28. I rolled a 20.
Just a natural 20 anyway. Yeah, as if that wouldn't be good enough.
24.
Yeah. You peek over his shoulder. You're looking into his notebook. It looks like it's written in some sort of shorthand, but it doesn't seem like there's any sort of notes about how much people are worth or anything. There's certainly, you're not seeing the name Clayton in there, and it doesn't even look like he scratched off horse in his book. It just looks like he just drew a line and kind of cross-hatched it a bit. So you're not sure what he's keeping track of in that notebook.
Gonna trot around, you know, go over
Casually.
to Sam.
All right. I'm gathering firewood.
All right, while
Okay.
he's gathering firewood, I'll sort of wander over to him and go, you know, he's not. I'll be like, low voice. I'm not gonna be like shouting at the top of my voice.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you do know he's not actually writing anything in that book, don't you?
No, I didn't know. How'd you find that out?
I took a peep.
And then you found him doing what?
Nothing. There was no. I couldn't see any prices. He's written in some form of shorthand, but there's definitely no like mention of the what gang is it? The Diamondbacks. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Diamondbacks. There's no mention of the
Maybe.
Diamondbacks or price. And when he crossed off like a horse had died, he just drew a line in the middle of the book. There's
All right, maybe that's
I'm very suspicious of this
yeah.
fella.
That might have been the perfect time to blow his head off, but. All right. So what you're saying is you don't trust him.
I don't trust him at all.
All right. He could have been waiting to see if anybody's going to come loot the wagons that were shot the fuck up.
But why
We
say
do this
you
one
got-
of two ways.
Yeah,
We can just kill him and then go through his shit, or we can hold him at gunpoint, tie him up, and go through his shit. But it'll have to be after he goes to sleep. You know what I mean?
I doubt. I can guarantee you he probably won't go to sleep. And if he does go to sleep, he's not going to be asleep.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. I guess we should. You know, this is Abraham's thing, so perhaps he should decide.
You can just walk up and gut shoot him? There's no way else. There's no other way else. There's no better way to get someone talking than just gut shoot him. All right, we'll ask Abraham.
So you're having this little discussion on the side of the woods. You see the bounty hunter fellow. He's kind of putting together a little tent. He's setting up a little like just one person size tent. And is anybody hanging around Clayton and Herm? Are you guys like near him, or are you guys off in the woods?
Yeah, we should be
Within
I'm in
eye
yeah,
shot.
I'm in the general area. Yeah.
Yeah. So you kind of see him, and you see him just talking quietly with Clayton. It looks like they're just maybe shooting the breeze, getting to know each other a little bit.
Reacquainting them fucking selves, the fucking bastards.
Who knows? Who knows?
Where's
so he sets up
Abraham?
this- I don't know. Where is Abraham? What are
Where
you doing?
is
while-
Abraham?
I'm talking to you, aren't I?
No.
No, you. I think you were with Clayton.
I thought you were going to go talk to me, though.
Yeah.
Oh, now, yeah.
So yeah. So maybe Abraham was just kind of unloading stuff from the
I'll
horses.
yeah, and I'm coming back to where those two are, and I'm gonna dump all the firewood I have, and I'm just gonna make sure I'm gonna go over to my horse and stow like get my rifle out and stuff to set up near the camp. Actually, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that while I'm at my horse, like taking the saddle off and stuff.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna I'll have the horse between me and them, and I'll just kind of make sure my pistols are loose in their holsters and stuff.
Okay, just making sure everything's ready to go in case.
Yeah,
it does
actually,
get
you know what?
started.
You know what? I'm gonna take one of the pistols that I have closer to the side. I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out and just put it in the pocket of my duster.
Okay. All right.
And then the one on my right hip is gonna stay in the holster.
In the holster. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're kind of preparing yourself. You hear them like talking back and forth just over your horse. And they're really it sounds like Herm is asking Clayton, where he comes from, where he grew up, just really shooting the breeze, really casual, nothing too major. Seems, like they're just being friendly. Maybe a little too friendly, maybe not friendly enough. You're not sure.
All right.
Everybody else is setting up camp. I assume you all kind of taken aside with Abraham, and you want to chat about your plans?
I will not, so that it doesn't seem suspicious.
Okay. So
I
you
will
stay at camp, maybe
I will stay.
stoke the
I want to
fire.
go.
Eerily keeping an eye on those two, and then let those two talk.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab Abraham. I'm gonna go get some fresh water. I'm sure there's a stream nearby or something.
Yeah, there's a little creek. Yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you walk
I'm
over.
gonna.
with the
Yeah, I'm gonna
bucket.
drag Abraham with me as well to help fetch some water. And that's all I'm gonna say. That's all. Can you help me get some fresh water?
Yeah,
Please.
nod, and I'll head with him.
Okay, so you guys are all out of earshot of the camp. What do you want to say?
Well, I'll explain what I saw in his book of wantedness, which isn't what you expect to see in a book of wantedness.
Yeah, so I think for a bit, I'm like, I mean, it did seem weird when he was like extraordinaire. So,
That's what set off the alarm bells.
that's what's set up.
extraordinary.
Yeah,
Does he look like a bad guy?
he could be a dumb guy.
I mean,
There's
what do you
nothing about his attire screams baddie to you.
But doesn't scream bounty hunter either.
It doesn't do that. He looks a little well dressed to be a bounty hunter, unless he's been really actually successful as a bounty hunter.
So I'm gonna be like, so we could. I mean, what do you want to do? I mean, I reckon he's gonna. I reckon he's part of the Diamondbacks.
I mean, we could play the game with him and see what he see how he plays it off. Ask him about his like previous bounties, how he's done, where he's been, all that. See how he responds.
All right.
Watch him step up.
Well, I'll let you do that. You're Yeah. Well, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So you guys finish collecting your water and make it back to camp. While
Yeah.
they were away, Sam, they don't really keep talking. They just kind of quiet down while you're around, whatever that might mean to you. After a few minutes, Abraham and Charlie, excuse me, make it back to camp, carrying some water for everybody.
I'll put the water on the boil.
Yeah, start cooking and everything, doing your thing. And what do you want to do? You've got kind of the evening. You can just start keeping watch if you want.
I'll
Or
take
if you want
first
to-
watch. Anyway, I'll
Okay.
take first watch tonight, and then I'll sleep till morning.
All right. Do you want to make an awareness roll for me?
Sure. $11.
You're really keeping an eye on these two. You're not really keeping an eye on the wilderness. And these two don't seem to be doing a lot. They stay up with you a little bit, and then Herm, the bounty hunter, goes back to sleep.
Is there any? Oh no, I guess not that way. I wouldn't have seen any form of communication, even like hand signals to each other.
Yeah, they're. I mean, you were keeping. I would assume your focus is really on them, so you didn't see anything explicit between them, unless they like came to some agreement about what stretching out your arm meant or something like that, like really really subtle. And then Clayton does this thing where he's kind of up a little bit, and he's still eyeing the horses some, but he lays down as soon as you as soon as he sees you really watching him, he lays down and appears to go to sleep. And nothing else too much happens. You hear some rustling in the woods, and the nightlife kind of come up, but other than that, not a lot. Who do you want to wake up next for the second watch?
Who's doing second watch, by the way?
I'll do it.
All right, I'll wake up. Sam.
Yeah, I got a good vigor score, so
Okay, so you
I'll
Wake
get
up
up and I'll before Charlie goes to bed. You think we should hold this guy up and tie him up?
And Abraham thinks we should just play it out and see what happens.
Okay.
Try and trip
All right.
and try and trip him up with his backstory.
Okay.
So Charlie goes to sleep, and then we get an awareness roll from Sam.
I'm sleeping with my shotgun.
Yeah, 12.
12, not terrible. You're doing the same thing. You're really keeping an eye on these guys. You're not seeing anything in the woods too much. It seems like a pretty quiet night. Not a full moon, so not a lot to see into the woods, but you're kind of keeping the fire low. Did you want to? I think you spoke about like walking around, like checking this guy's stuff. Did you want to do that or no?
No. Does he is he dressed, like fully dressed?
Yeah.
I mean, most of us are laying there fully dressed anyway.
Yeah, and kind of like you have your field gear on. It's kind of just in it 24/7. So it's not unusual that he's fully dressed.
Yeah. Well, nobody'd have a gun belt on while they're sleeping, but
No, he doesn't have his gun belt
you'd
on.
have it with you.
Yeah. Near his
Okay.
bedroll.
Yeah. Okay. All
So
right.
you just kind of keep an eye on him. Nothing seems to happen, and as the sun starts coming up, he seems to be the first one up, and he seems up pretty early. And as he gets up, he goes, "Oh, Sam, I didn't expect you to be awake. You didn't need to keep watch all night. These woods are pretty peaceful. If you want to catch a moment or two of shut eye, I can just start cooking and wake you up in 30 minutes if you want."
No, that's okay.
Okay. All right. Well,
We're all right.
whatever you say. And he does start to cook anyway, and all of you kind of wake up to the smell of him cooking your rations, and so you consume another set of rations if you're keeping track of that.
Yep.
And you're all kind of putting your bags back on the horses, and Herm turns around and he says, "Okay, so we are going to approach these guys today. I think we're going to come up on them pretty early. Should we have a plan? I think maybe I should ride ahead. I'm pretty good at talking to folks. Maybe I can get a few of them away from camp, and then we can kind of pick them off a couple at a time."
But hang on, why would they want to talk to you? You just shot them up a day or two ago.
Right. Well, they didn't see me when I shot them up, so I might be able to, pretend to be just a hunter who needs some help with a bear trap or something, or, just whatever I can do to get them away from camp. I could just go there first, kind of play the help me card.
Yeah, it does sound like a good idea.
Okay, so you guys trust me riding ahead and try and talking to them?
After we find the camp, yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, let's do that. So you all pack your bags up onto your horses and mount up, start to ride. After about an hour of the sun coming up, you start to smell their cooking, and you can smell like the stew cooking. It smells like, definitely cooking for quite a few people. The cart tracks have gotten very fresh. It's this kind of muddy sloped hill with forest and things like that. Some rocky outcroppings every now and then. And so as you start to smell that, Hermie turns around and goes, "Okay, all right. So I'm gonna ride in, and I'll try to get just one or two of them to come with me, and then we can get the drop on them. How does that sound?"
Yeah, lead them. Well, where is the camp?
I mean, it's basically like directly east of you, ahead of you down this trail. You haven't gotten a good sight on it yet, but you can just smell it, coming through the forest.
All right. Does it look like it's going into high ground, or is it just a wooded area?
It's a wooded area. It's kind of built in, on the slope of this hill, so it's not like they've got the high ground above you or anything. No.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna set up here over by these trees.
Okay.
And, you can lure a couple of them out. We'll get to jump on them.
All right. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay.
All right.
And so
we'll be ready.
He turns his horse and starts to ride off. Can I get an awareness check from everybody? Awareness roll?
Yeah. And as soon as he's out of earshot, I'm going to be like, "All right, fucking dump Clayton off his horse, gag him. Hide him over in them other them other trees. We're going to ride out on the flank."
Okay.
And when he does whatever he's going to do, and he's going to bring some people out of this camp, we'll hit the camp real quick and spring your sister.
So Charlie and Abraham, you kind of keeping an eye, and Sam, you're just watching him as he rides away. Charlie, you think you catch him just kind of give this little nod to Clayton, but he kind of gives a little nod to everybody, but you're not sure if that was some extra signal or something. But that's a little bit that you catch. So as soon as
how long do you think we've got?
He turns back. He says, "Well, maybe give me 10 minutes. A few minutes of talking to them, a few minutes to ride back. I can't make it look too slow or too rushed."
Yeah, you're the professional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he turns and keeps riding down the trail.
I'll reach in my saddlebags and I'll hand Abraham a stick of dynamite.
Okay, so you hand that to Abraham.
The soggy end.
The soggy end of the
It's
dynamite.
good to go.
Abraham, are you going to just gag this man with some dynamite?
Oh no! Don't gag him. We need the dynamite.
No. I want to reserve dynamite for later.
Okay. So someone does pull Clayton off his horse, gag him, and tie him to a tree, basically, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tie him. I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna drag him my horse
Okay.
over from to a different area and tie him up so he's not in the same general area. So
Yeah, maybe like 20 yards away from where you guys were.
they come riding back. Clayton can't really be readily found and then be able to they rode up to the camp.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I quickly say to Sam, maybe we should knock him out.
All right, I'll just hit him with the back of the shotgun.
As soon as you suggested, he goes, "Wait, no!"
It's just gonna baseball swing a shotgun.
Yeah. He's had a lot of brain trauma recently. It's not
He'll
going to
be
go
okay.
well. He will
Good
not.
character.
He builds character. So yeah, he's conked out. He's tied up, and you guys are going to take a big loop around to the camp to kind of get a better angle on it, right?
Yeah. If it's to the east of us, we're gonna come in we're gonna circle around to the north.
Okay.
And,
So you start riding up through the trees.
and then we should probably dismount.
Okay. Do you want to make an evasion
at a
roll
certain point?
for-
Yeah, and I can try to because I've got a pretty good evasion score.
Okay.
To try to get close, just so I can just see what's going on.
And maybe
Yeah.
hear.
So you start to. Oh, go ahead.
I said, and maybe you'd be able to hear what's being said as well.
Yeah, if you guys stay quiet. So you all go up maybe a couple 100 yards, then dismount and start to sneak along this hill.
Right now, it's important. For me to find out if his sister's there or not,
Okay.
because that'll change the plan.
Yeah.
If his
It'll
sister's there, then
facilitate the use of dynamite or not.
yeah. Also, I don't want to give ourselves away when that guy rides into camp.
Yeah.
I don't want to run the risk of us being discovered. I want him to at least take some dudes away from the camp first before we hit it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you start to sneak up. Can I get an evasion roll from everybody who wants to get close enough? Oh,
I
natural
rolled
20.
a 24.
Yeah.
Good.
You're fine.
What's evasion using? Because I'm not very good at it.
It's shooting.
It's shooting.
Shooting?
Yeah, because it's about being light on your feet.
Oh, at least it's nothing. I've got 14.
14, not bad. And then Abraham, are you sneaking up closer, or are you kind of hanging back?
Back a bit, yeah.
Okay, so you hang back. So Sam and Charlie, you're sneaking up through the underbrush. The baddies.
Oh,
Ooh. You're sneaking up, and you see this gentleman. This guy is Herm. He's in the camp, and he's saying pretty loudly, he's like, "Oh, folks, you got to help me. I got a bear trap. I got an animal caught in there that just needs some help getting out." And two or three guys kind of walk over to him, and then he starts whispering to them kind of quietly, and they start signaling to some other fellows who all get up and grab some rifles and start to sneak out into the woods. And he signals, they all mount up, and then Herm plus the three guys that he's got start to ride down the trail. And he goes, "Yeah, you got to really help me with this bear trap. It's really causing us some trouble." And he starts leading them out. But there's still, you're seeing this camp is 3 tents. Go ahead.
Yeah. Am I within? Can I speak to?
You can speak to Charlie. Yeah, you guys are basically lying right next to each
other. I'm like, yeah, he saw you.
And
they're riding out and circling around right now.
You see this camp. It's got this big central fire and this rack over that looks like it's been roasting some meats.
It's too late to spend luck, isn't it? It's too late.
Yes. Yeah, it is. Oh, and speaking of which, when you rested last night, you would have regained your third luck, just as a heads up.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, if you want, you could spend luck to re-roll the bad guy's awareness roll if you want him to suddenly not perceive as much about the world.
Sure, I'm going to do that because that makes far more sense.
And it's disadvantage effectively, so he's going to take the lower number. All right.
Bollocks.
So he goes, "Is that no? Oh wait, is it?" And then you guys see this big campfire setup, this roasting rack over it. The cart, it's just full of boxes and supplies. You see two guys still sitting on top of it. They've got their rifles with them. There are 3 tents. You can't see if there are people in the tents or not because the flaps are all closed and stuff. And you see 2 other guys standing out by the fire. One of them's just cutting up wood, and the other one's just talking to him as he's doing so. And then sitting in the front seat of the cart, it does look like Abraham's sister is sitting there, and she's bound hand and feet.
Okay. So how many guys do we got?
You're spotting 4 guys right now, plus the 6 that went into the woods.
Okay.
And then the 3 that rode off down the trail.
So 4 guys in camp, 6 in the woods, and 3. That's counting.
Yeah, that's counting Herman himself.
That's counting Herman. So 3. Okay. So 3 distinct teams, and the 3 are on horseback, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I say we beat feet back to Abraham because this is gonna be quick.
All right.
So you guys push up off the ground and kind of run through the low foliage.
Yeah.
Can I get an awareness roll from Abraham as you've been hanging back?
Yeah.
Keeping your eyes open.
No, I haven't. No, eyes not been open at all.
Yeah, and the baddies seem to roll a bit higher as they are sneaking through, so you don't see anybody approaching or anything, except for these 2, Charlie and Sam, as they're keeping low, rifles out, I assume. And you guys recollect, and you're about 20 yards away from
Maneuvering on us. Your sister is in the front seat of the cart in the middle of the camp.
One sec. I just my internet just went weird there. Hang on.
Okay.
All right.
Am I still live?
You're still there for me.
Yeah, it says buffering for me, but that's. Yeah, it's still there.
Just a network error on my Twitch stream, at least.
Hit
Me too.
reload.
It's offline for me.
I've
Right,
got an
hang on.
ad for John Wick 3 right now.
Hang on. All right. One sec, guys. Let me just stop and restart it again.
No
Okay.
problem. Yeah, or a rip. Rip stream.
All right. We should be back. Hi, we're back. We should be back. My internet just had a little hiccup. Hopefully that won't be the last of it.
Boom.
Yeah, it just said internet connection. All right. Can you repeat? Because I got the.
Yeah. I think what we should do is, I'll say this. I was like, your sister is on the cart in the center of the camp. I said we get on the horses, ride straight into camp, guns blazing. You scoop her off the cart, and we keep riding.
All right.
I mean, that'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. P.S. or P.S. Throw the fucking dynamite.
Okay. So you guys are kind of coming to this plan.
Yeah.
You hear a twig snap somewhere, and all of you kind of turn towards it. And off in the forest, you see a little rabbit has just kind of stopped and is looking at you. And then it just keeps going. It seems to sense whatever's coming in the air right now.
Right.
Abraham, give me the dynamite, Abraham.
Hand him the dynamite.
All right.
Okay.
Let's. All right. I'm gonna ride on your right, and I'm gonna go straight for the 2 guys at the campfire, and I'm gonna throw the dynamite in the campfire.
Okay.
And then I'm probably wheel a horse around and just open fire on anybody coming from the tree line. All right, let's go.
I'm not a
You guys
very
all
good
start to-
rider. I'm not very good at riding. Not very good at shooting.
You know, what are you good at?
Just level the
Talking.
shotgun at that
Talking.
idiot chopping wood. Pull the trigger.
So you all take to your horses and start to ride. I need a riding roll from all of you to kind of navigate through this
What does
forest.
that use?
That uses grit.
That uses your -1 score.
My minus one as well.
My riding is a +4.
I'm gonna have to luck it.
4,
I'm
12.
just gonna have to use luck. I don't have another option.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to use it.
I mean, you've got 3. So
No, I've got 2.
oh
I've got
right, because you burnt one. Okay.
9.
9. Yeah,
I
more
rolled
than...
I rolled a 22.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. You and your horse.
Cowboy as
Okay.
fuck.
Yeah, and you kick off through the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Abraham and Charlie, you follow suit, maybe not as vigorously. You're a little more ginger with your horses. You start navigating your way through the woods. You break into the clearing. The 2 guys by the fire who are like chopping wood, one of them looks up at you. Charlie, are you going to just lower one or lay one to the ground with your shotgun?
Sure, let's do that.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
14.
Yeah, that's going to hit him. Make your 44 for damage.
Fuck yeah.
11.
Yeah, so you just ride up, blast him off his feet. He goes sailing, hits the ground. What his axe flies through the air and tumbles into one of the tents and kind of knocking out one of the pegs from it. And you hear a voice inside go, "What in tarnation? Jeez, buddy, what are you doing?" And he steps out of the tent and he sees like 3 new people on horseback in the middle of camp. As you guys are riding in, are you going to toss that dynamite in the middle, Sam?
Yep. I'm gonna kind of pull up short to the kind of left, and I'm just gonna chuck it and go, "Fuck you."
So you just toss that right into the fire. Make an explosives roll to see how
Is it explosives or
it is
like
explosives? Yeah,
throwing? Okay.
Yeah, because this way it gives players with like high brains a good chance.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so maybe it doesn't go as far as you thought. Like it kind of tumbles closer. So you can either right now do a riding roll to you could luck. Yeah, that's actually 3. Yeah, you've got 3 options. You could luck. You could do a riding roll to kick your horse away from the explosion radius, or you could do an evasion roll to jump off your horse and get out of the detonation radius of this dynamite.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. Let's try luck.
Okay.
That's a pretty money fucking move if I can pull it off. It's pretty Western-esque.
Oh.
That's a 7.
Okay, so you toss it, and you toss it a little bit further this time. It lands near the center of camp. Its fuse is lit though, so it is going to detonate. And Abraham, are you riding over to the cart and scooping your sister off?
Yep.
Okay, can I get a? I'll give you like a vigor roll for that because you're kind of doing something from horseback.
My favorite. Anything on grit.
Yeah, that's not bad.
That's not bad. Yeah, she sees you and she's like, yes, come get me. And she just leans off the cart. You just grab her, throw her onto the back of your horse, and you all start to, as this dynamite just blows up, knocking out a couple of the tents, you all start to kick it and ride out. So you just grabbed her off the cart. The dynamite is just about to explode, or it has just exploded, I should say.
I've shot someone.
Yeah, you've put someone in the ground already, and I need everyone to draw because you're all in combat now.
Fuck yeah.
That's just a D20 roll, isn't it?
Yes, plus
your
your
draw.
shooting or your draw. Yeah.
Oh Jesus, that dynamite threw me off.
Yeah.
14.
But even then, I still got an 11.
Okay. And Abraham
Cause motherfucking +5.
got 14 on that. Okay, so it's going to be Charlie up first. Then we've got the baddies, looks like. And then Sam, and finally Abraham. All right, Charlie. You fire your shotgun off. You put this guy on the ground. He looks like he's done with. But a couple of the other guys, they take some damage from this dynamite exploding. You see some guys in the woods kind of closing in. What would you like to do? Your plan was to keep right.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and... whoever's the closest threat, I'm just going to level a barrel at.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. So
I assume is this like a double-barreled shotgun, or is it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's a double-barrel shotgun. So if we were playing advanced rules, like you'd have to reload between every 2 shots.
Oh, okay.
Which is, one of the drawbacks of using it. But in these rules, we won't worry about it too much.
All right, I'm just going to attempt to shoot one of these ones that are drawing closer, or whoever's the closest threat.
Running in from the woods, he's got his rifle out. He's like, "Hey, they're in camp, and you can just turn and fire at him.
Not with that roll.
Yeah, so you fire, the gun goes, and this is a dud shell that you've got in there, so it doesn't look like it's going to fire. So you crack it open, and you can pull out both those shells and load in 2 more. Do you want to do anything with your second half action? Because that was your first half action.
I'm going to start heading towards the way we're going to go out.
Okay, so just keep going east. I assume was the plan to keep riding. Yeah. So make a riding roll to see how you start.
11.
11, not bad.
That's not bad.
The baddies, they're going to start closing in on the woods. The few who are in camp who got hit by this dynamite, they're kind of clearing out their heads. The few in the woods, they're each going to take a couple of shots at each one of you because there's enough to do that. So they're going to just start taking pot shots at you. Attacking Charlie first is the guy that you just shot at with your shotgun. He kind of laughs as you've fired a round at him. He gets a natural 20 on his first attack, and then he's going to fire again and gets a 9. So just that first one will do damage. He's firing a 1d10 rifle, and we double it on a natural 20, so 17 damage into you. Are you still alive?
Oh,
No.
fuck no.
Oh no! So you just immediately get put down by this guy. Are you in your saddle in such a way that you're still gonna, even if you're unconscious, you're still gonna be on your horse, or would you fall off your horse at this point?
I wouldn't know.
It's up to you. Would you be like unconscious on the ground or unconscious leaning
I'm
into your
probably
horse?
dead.
No, you're okay. You're gonna bleed out. You've got some time to survive.
I'm probably still on the horse because I'm traveling with the horse. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. So you just slump forward on the horse. Both of you look over at Charlie as he just gets put into the horse. Oh man, this might go sideways real quick. And then a couple shots over at Sam from one of the other guys in the woods.
Mhm.
A 19 and a 19.
Yeah, they both hit.
Yep. This guy's rolling with a D8 pistol though, and he does 7 damage in total. So
Okay.
these 2 shots crack out, and he keeps running into the woods. And then finally, one of the horse riders gets there. He sees Abraham grabbing his sister, and he's gonna take a shot at you. 6 and 12. What's your target?
My target is 14.
Yeah, so both shots crack by you, splintering into the trees. You're really just taken by how much Charlie got hit by that one. And it's Sam's turn. What are you going to do?
I am gonna ride over to. I'm gonna yell for. I'm gonna ride over. I'm gonna start riding over towards Charlie.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell for Abraham to just ride. Get out of here.
Okay. So you shout, "Get, boy!" And Abraham can kick off, and
I'll just go ride, and I bring my horse over to
Charlie
to see how Charlie's doing. And then one of two things is gonna happen. I'm either gonna take his shotgun and ammo and slap his horse,
Okay.
or I'm gonna I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or what's the state of him when I get up to him?
You can tell he's bleeding out. He's not long for this world if nothing changes. If you can do a half action medicine check.
How does once it's, let's say I patch his bleeding.
Yeah.
Is he gonna just as mechanic wise in the game? Is he
Sure.
gonna come to, or?
Yeah. So how it's going to work is you make one medicine roll, right?
Mhm.
And if you get a 15 or above, you're going to stabilize him. So he's not going to be continuing to bleed out, but he's not going to be conscious. And then in 1d10 minutes, he'll wake up with 1 HP. And then if you get a 17 or above, if I'm remembering correctly, I think it's 17 or above, you're going to do 1d4 in healing. And he'll just immediately come back to being awake with that much health. And you make both of those in the same roll. So if you get a 15 or 16, he's stabilized. If you get a 17 or above, he
gotcha. He's stabilized and he has got some health back.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, what?
And that's a half action. So you can.
Yeah.
The only thing, the limiting factor on those actions is every time you do it, you have to be consuming a piece of cloth, even if you fail. So you're kind of like, if you don't have any gauze, you're cutting off a sleeve of your shirt and you're tying them up or something like that. So,
run out of stuff to tie him up with.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, so you run over, you start doing a medicine roll on him. Give it a shot.
All right, here we go.
And do you have medicine trained? No.
Nope, I do not. But I do have a +0 But
Perfect.
I got luck.
You got 2 luck.
Didn't need it.
Hey, look at that! You know exactly what to do. You helped patch up his bare wounds, so you know exactly what to gauze up and roll a 1d4.
I tourniquet his arm.
Yeah.
I slap him awake. I slap him across the face. Whack.
Charlie, you wake back up with 3 health. You looking into the eyes of Sam as he's slapping you in the face, saying, "Wake up, damn it!" And the
I
gun
saw a
fires
tunnel. I saw a tunnel with a light at the end. I was going towards it.
Yeah.
Not today.
Ride towards Abraham. Go.
And you still have a second half action, Sam.
So I'm gonna turn and fire at one of the guys in the camp.
Okay.
Actually, the guy that shot him.
Okay. Yeah. Make a check.
All right. Let's go. 17.
Yeah, that'll hit.
1 point of damage.
1 point of damage.
My fucking D10 rifle.
Yeah, you just graze him.
Actually-
It just cuts through his shoulder. Do you want to use your luck?
Yeah, I'm gonna use luck.
Okay.
That's fucking a weak ass fucking
What's the 2?
weak ass 6.
A bit
Okay.
better. Yeah. You take a half second more to aim and you hit him kind of in the shoulder. He stumbles a bit. It is, and then can I get a riding check from you? I'm assuming you're gonna ride off with Abraham as well.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm gonna hang in the rear
Okay.
because I'm gonna try to keep these guys off of us.
Kind of cover the back. Okay.
Yeah,
you
while
can
they-
still
while they
make
get
a
away.
riding roll.
Boom. Plus it's 6. No,
6,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry, 7.
7. Excellent.
Yep.
So yeah, you kick your horse into action, and Abraham, it's your turn. You're riding off into the woods. Charlie went down and then got picked back up. What's your plan?
How many guys are there again?
You're spotting, as you just kind of peek over your shoulder, you're spotting probably about 7, not all of whom are mounted. There's only 3 guys who are actually mounted up on horses right now. So if you ride fast enough, it'll dwindle their numbers pretty quickly.
I want to quickly shoot like one of the guys on a horse.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're going to shoot him. 19, absolutely. And what damage?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, so this guy closest to you on the horse, who I think took some shots at you, you just turn around, fire around into him, hits him. He keeps riding though. He's still mounted up. You can also aim for their mounts if you'd like to just kill the horses, and they really can't chase you.
Fuck yeah.
As you guys have done a combat already, so I'm going to let you in on some of the advanced rules. You can go for maiming shots and disarming shots. With a maim shot, it takes -5 to your roll, to your attack roll. You do half damage, but then you maim a limb, and that limb just becomes useless until it's looked at by a doctor. So that means like they can't use a two-armed or a two-handed rifle. If you hit them in one of their legs, it takes them extra long to mount up. They don't move as quickly. So knowing that going forward, if you'd like to start aiming for maiming shots, you can do that. And then Abraham, can I get a riding roll from you as you ride out? Yeah, 16. You're on it today. You got those good rolls. So you guys all made riding rolls. Charlie, you got an 11. Sam, you got a 7. And Abraham, you got a 16. So that's going to basically, that establishes what order you're riding out in. So Sam, you're bringing up the rear. Charlie's in the middle. And Abraham, you just bolt to the front, which I think is kind of what you guys wanted anyway. And then from here on out, as the horse riders are giving chase, at the top of the round, I'm just going to have you make a riding roll. And then the baddies are going to make a riding roll. And if they get greater than your riding roll, they are closing the distance. If they get less, they are widening the distance as you guys are getting away. Does that kind of make sense? So it's this kind of running battle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah, cool. All right. So then can I get a riding roll from everybody as these horse riders give chase?
Oh my god.
Oh no, Charlie.
Perfect.
So a 2, a 0, 18.
No, I got a 6.
Oh, you got a 6.
I have a +4 ride. So,
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Charlie, do you want to use a luck on that?
No, 'cause I've used all my luck. I'm out of luck.
You used all of your luck?
Yep.
All right. Does anybody else want to spend a luck on slapping
I'll
Charlie's
spend
horse?
a luck on him.
Really? Is it worth it? 10.
Okay, so yeah, Abraham says, "Oh, pick up the pace," and you're like, "It's not a donkey. I'm not used to this." And then you kick it, and it really takes off. So the baddies are closing the distance to a couple of you, but Abraham, you're still in front. You've got clear road ahead of you, fresh air. You're just riding as hard as you can. And Charlie, it's your turn. You're in the middle of the pack. You see three. I was going to say four horse riders. Three, because that's the three who were on their horses. Behind you, kind of all starting to follow down the trail. Do you want to start taking shots at them?
Yes, please.
All right, go for it.
First shot. Got a 14.
Yeah, that's going to just barely hit as you fire over Sam's shoulder. Sam, you see Charlie turn around and fire past you. You kind of panic for a moment and then realize he's shooting at the baddies behind you.
Second shot. This is going to go bad. 15.
15, not bad at all. Yeah, you're firing away. You're picking off some baddies. Roll damage for both those.
First damage, 10. Second damage, 13.
Yeah, so that guy's going to die because I forgot that you were firing your shotgun past Sam. So this buckshot is flying right past you as it connects with this first horse rider who's already been hit once, and he just tumbles backwards off his horse. The horse panics and runs off into the forest, but he is out of the game. Absolutely. It's the baddie's turn. There's now two actually on horses. You see two more mounting up from camp. They run over to their horses and mount up, but it looks like there's no other horses really at camp. Everybody else was on the cart, so you've got just these four to deal with as they start chasing you down through the woods. And they are gonna, the two that are on you are gonna take shots at Sam and then also at Abraham because he's up front. They're looking to get that guy. So the shots on Sam are a 5 and a 16.
No dice.
Okay, yeah, both of those fire right past you, cracking into the wood on either side. And then the shots at Abraham are a 3 and a 19.
19 hits.
All right, so this guy catches you kind of as the trail bends around. He sees up to the front of this horse train. And he just takes a shot and hits you right through the side. And your sister kind of screams a little bit as she's being shot at now. And you take your 5 damage. And it's down to Sam. What are you going to do?
I'm going to shoot the lead guy's horse.
Okay.
That is a 18.
Yeah, that'll for sure hit. It's a big animal.
And 10 damage.
Yeah, absolutely. So you shoot this horse kind of right in the chest. It keeps running, but it looks like it's slowing down a little bit as it is not enjoying that.
And I'm going to shoot the second guy's horse with
Okay.
a 13?
Yeah, that'll hit.
Okay. 9 damage.
Yeah, this horse starts to slow down and kind of pull off to the side. And this guy's going to try to jump on his buddy's horse because you've basically put his horse out of action. He gets a 10. He kind of tries to hop off and doesn't quite get on his buddy's horse. His buddy just keeps riding. And then past him, 2 more riders come booking it through. Abraham, it's your turn.
Yep. The other horse that got shot then, I'm going to go for that one as well.
Okay.
$11.
You're aiming at the horse or the horse rider? Sorry.
The horse.
At the horse? Okay. It's just barely going to miss. This guy's pretty far behind you. Cracks through some of the wood, splintering it nearby, but not hitting the horse. Do you want to shoot again?
I'll shoot again.
Okay.
Oops. No. 20.
Oh, yeah. That one will hit. Really damage.
2.
Yeah, so you do a bit of damage. It doesn't seem to change it too much. Big animal, but it is wounded. I need everyone to make a riding roll as you're still zooming through this forest. Abraham, up front, you can see that natural 20, and then the natural 1. Both ends of the spectrum today.
I'll roll luck and change that.
Okay.
A 20, a 1, and 11.
Okay.
Nice.
20, 10, and 20.
Oh, no, I've got 19 because I've got -1, remember?
Yeah, I'm counting as a lucky roll anyway. I feel like I'm to be generous.
And I got 18.
Okay, 18 with that 14.
No luck left.
Okay, good to know. Abraham, as you're up in the front, you can see quickly coming up ahead of you this creek that has been kind of snaking through has turned much more into a river, and you see a narrow, kind of rickety bridge coming up. Are you still cool leading the group across it, or do you want to ride through the river? What's your plan?
We'll go through the river.
Okay, so you're going to kind of go off to the side, maybe throw them off a bit. The baddies are definitely falling back, but they're not falling back too far at this point.
How many baddies are left?
3 on horseback. And Charlie, it's your turn, in fact. And you're now getting up close to Abraham. You see the same river crossing coming up as he does. But what would you like to do?
Can I attempt to shoot one of these people? At least one of them chasing us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Maybe 2 of them if I'm lucky.
Yeah, or shoot one of them twice. Up to you.
Right. Got a 10.
Fire and miss.
And a 6.
Fire and miss again. You're definitely putting a lot of lead down range, and you're scattering them a bit. They're having to pull off, but you're not killing anything. It's their turn. They're going to return fire. They're going to get just a shot on each of you. And natural 20 on Abraham.
I would like to re-roll that.
Okay. That's an unnatural 10 on Sam.
No, that doesn't hit.
And then an unnatural 20 on Charlie. But the natural 20 is getting re-rolled for Abraham. Yes. So you say, no, not today, and the shot goes wide. But Charlie, you do get hit by this shot. I assume. I don't know what your AC is. Or your target, I should say.
Well, look, just if it's more or less over 10, you've hit.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, it only does 1 damage as it just grazes you along the shoulder. And you all start to hit this water as you're crossing. You said you wanted to ford the river, not take the bridge,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
So you start to hit the water. Sam, it's up to you. What are you doing?
All right, I'm going to. How far away is the bridge next to the water?
You're riding up to it and then just taking the last kind of chance exit to then cross the water. And this bridge itself looks kind of rickety.
Okay, so as soon as we get across the water,
yeah,
I'm assuming it's on the other side. There's trees and stuff.
Yeah, it's just forest to forest with this river running through.
As soon as we get across, I'm gonna hop off my horse.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hunker down into cover. And as soon as these guys break open to try to go into the open in the water, I'm gonna start open fire on them.
Okay.
So I'm gonna hold my action until I see them approach the river, and I'm gonna try to basically use it as a choke point to just lay down fire and keep them from coming after us.
From crossing. Yeah, absolutely. So you guys hit the water, you start to cross, you get over, you just hop off. Do you want your horse to keep running, or do you want to kind of pull it off to the side as well?
Shame we don't have any dynamite left.
No, I'm not paying attention to what it's doing.
Okay, so you just don't even care. Whatever the horse does, the horse does.
I've got my weapons ammo. I've been shot, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah,
it may just keep going with the group.
Yeah, it probably will because it's a horse. It'll do pack behavior. So it just you hop off. It keeps running. You slump down behind a tree and just take aim at whoever's going to cross that river.
Yeah.
Abraham, it's your turn.
Yeah, so I will. Yeah, I'll fire behind it. One of them.
Okay.
That'd be a rider. Which, I'll hit the horse, or try to hit the horse that I was in before.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Was it even necessary for me to do that, or could I actually shoot guys? They're that close behind.
It's going to be harder to hit them because they are back in the forest as you guys have crossed. Okay. So yeah.
So I'm gonna wait then. Yeah.
Yeah, and it will make it easier for you next round to hit these guys. 9, so you fire off, and it just cracks into the wood. It is hard to see them across this opening. You think though, just firing back at them isn't hurting anybody except for them, maybe. Do you want to do anything else? You've still got another half action.
What is it like around the general area at the moment?
Yeah, so this trail has become like a more proper cart trail, so it's widened out. There's just thick trees on either side. There's the river that's behind you. You can see up to your right, which is basically south. The mountain has started to grow up, and there's some rocky outcroppings if you want to head over that way to find some of those. You could also you could actually make an awareness roll to see if there's some other stuff.
I'll do an awareness roll.
Okay.
Heck yeah. Roll that nerd rock.
Yeah, with that 15, you spot down the river. You're kind of following the river down. There's a little water mill. And it's water wheels just kind of turning gently in the river. And it's probably 30 yards off the trail, so you could just pull your horse that way and start riding towards that if you'd like to, get to a building.
Yeah, head to the watermill.
Okay, so you just pull off the trail. Charlie, you see this. Sam, you don't because you're turned around waiting for these guys. And it's actually back around to Charlie's turn. Are you just going to, at this point, you can't really see these baddies behind you, but you do see this watermill. Do you want to?
Are they going across the bridge or not?
They haven't. It's on their turn. They will, so they're just about to, but not yet.
Can I shoot?
Yeah,
You
what
said
do you want
it's
to shoot?
rickety.
It is very rickety.
So if I shot like the points, could I make it collapse?
Yeah, you could certainly try. Absolutely. So yeah, just make an attack roll, and if you hit, it'll start to break apart the bridge.
I am using a shotgun.
Okay.
I've got a 6.
So the first shot, it mostly scatters into the water. Some of it kind of hits into the wood, and you see that wood splinter a lot more than it should. This is an old bridge, and it kind of starts to sag a bit. The second shot does the same thing. It is just a breath away from collapsing.
And then I'll just pack mentality of the horse will just probably follow Abraham towards the thingy, and I'll shout at Sam, going, "There's a mill down here."
Okay, so you keep him in the loop about the plan. These baddies, one of them hits the bridge. He starts to ride out onto the bridge, and it immediately starts to fall apart underneath his horse. He's going to try to make a vigor roll to get away from it, to not actually just eat it into the ground. Sam, do you want to shoot this guy, or do you want to wait for the other guy that's going to come out?
I'll wait for the other guy. So,
Okay.
Yeah.
So this vigor roll, yeah, he does kind of climb off his horse in time. The horse just collapses into the river with most of the bridge. He hits the water too, but he's not caught underneath it, but you see him just splash into the water. The other guy sees that happen to his friend and starts to peel off down the way you guys went. So you see him enter the opening, and yeah, you can take your shot right now if you want.
Yeah. Blam and blam.
Second one certainly hits.
And 3 damage.
3 damage. Yeah, this guy takes a hit. And it's actually your turn again because you held your action just until before your turn.
2.
So what do you want to do?
Keep shooting at the guy on horseback.
Okay, just unload a couple more rounds.
Bang, bang. Nope.
Yeah, both those miss, but you're kicking up water next to him. In fact, enough for him to have to make a riding check because he's already having to cross the water, and now his horse is panicking.
Trying to keep track of my ammo here.
But yeah, he's going to keep his horse. As Abraham and Charlie, you guys just hear these shots echoing in the background as you're running down to this mill. Abraham, you basically pull up right outside of it at the beginning of your turn. Do you want to just hop off and get inside? What's your plan?
I tell my sister to get inside.
Okay, so yeah, she just slides off the horse. Doesn't have to be told twice.
Yep, and gonna head back to Sam.
Okay, so you turn and start riding back up the river. Yeah, okay. Charlie, what would you like to do?
I'll do the same then.
Okay. Just turn and ride with them.
Even though I'm on death's door, but yeah, I'll just turn and ride back.
Okay.
And if I can take some pot shots with a shotgun at them, then I will.
Yeah, there's this guy in the middle of the river trying to control his horse. You could absolutely take some pot shots at him.
Can I get off the horse and hunker down and just take shots?
Yeah, if you're gonna get off the horse and like aim this turn, that's gonna leave you time for only one shot though.
Sure.
It'll make you more likely to hit him.
Sure. What's the pluses?
I'll have you add +2 to that for taking aim.
14.
Yeah. All right, that's gonna hit him. Do damage.
9 damage.
Yeah, so this hits him as he's kind of trying to manage his horse. He's already been hit, I think, once. Not going well for this guy in the middle of the opening. And we come back to actually his turn. He's going to take a couple of shots at Sam and then turn and run back for the forest edge because he's got a lot of problems trying to cross this river already. So he takes a natural one. His gun just jams. He tries to clear the chamber, and he spends the rest of his turn fixing that lever action. And then he turns his horse and runs off into the forest. And you guys are effectively out of combat because you can't see anybody actively shooting at you, but you can hear them kind of running around and shouting in that forest on the far side of the river. What would you all like to do? You're all kind of collected on this side of the riverbank.
I'm going to. So making a medicine roll does it actually restore hit points, or only if you get high enough?
If you get a 17 or above, it'll restore hit points.
I'm going to try and do a medicine roll on myself.
Okay.
Because I got shot twice, so. Pretty please, yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fuck, yeah, I'm cowboys, fuck. All right.
Yeah, so you apply a tourniquet to your own arm, and Abraham, Charlie?
Does it use brains or instinct?
It use instincts.
It use instincts, yeah.
All right, I'm going to look over Abraham then.
Okay.
I mean, I've got 0 instincts.
Me either. But I'm just getting really lucky.
I got a 10, so I didn't do it.
Yeah, he's looking. I would think Abraham, you only got hit like twice, right?
I got hit once.
Yeah.
I love how the guy just kind of walks up with blood leaking out the side of his mouth. He's like, "Let me patch you up. You got."
He's just wounded. The bear wounds still haven't healed fully yet.
I'll try and heal him.
Okay. He's got a little heal party.
Massive
There you
bullet
go.
wound in his chest.
19, a little bit better.
There's D4, yeah?
Yeah, D4. And so if you're, yeah, you get 1 HP back. He covers up that bullet graze that you got earlier. If you guys had medicine trained, you end up doing a D6 for that. So there's a little kind of mechanical bonus to that. You can hear them shouting on that side of the river. They're shouting, "Where to go? Oh, they're across the river. Okay, all right." And they kind of quiet down a little bit but you hear them rustling around and trying to get a good view of you. Are you guys keeping watch and trying to like take pot shots at them? Yeah, Charlie, what were you gonna say?
Can we not make like a tree?
You totally could. You could just book it if you want.
How many do we hear?
Well, you know that you've eliminated, I think, 3 of the total?
3.
Yeah, and at this point, like the people on foot probably have caught up to that river's edge. So I think there are 13 in total to start. So you're probably down to 10 left.
Yeah. All right, this is what I say. This is what I say what happens. Where do you want to go with your sister?
What like towns do I know are nearby?
You could make a lore roll for this.
I can.
Ooh,
You
shit.
got law, haven't you?
I do.
What about Durango? We've been hearing about the town Durango.
You have been hearing about Durango some. What'd you get? 11. Okay, so that's good enough that you've kind of seen the maps. So you know the big town. So you know east of you right now, because you've been riding east of Pagosa Springs. So other than Pagosa Springs, Durango is west of Pagosa Springs. So you'd have to ride back through these guys to get over there.
Yeah.
But there is a town of Antonito is maybe kind of close, and also the town of Jasper is somewhat close.
Which one's bigger?
Yeah.
Antonito is going to be bigger, but Jasper is effectively like a small like mining community. Well, you might not even call it a town.
Yeah, don't go there.
We're head to Antonito.
Okay, so that you can follow, enough that it is kind of down this river. If you kind of keep following the river, you should hit a big, like well-used trail that you can then follow to Antonito.
Yeah, so go get my sister and head to Antonito.
Okay, so you guys want to actually start riding, not fight off the rest of these guys?
Leave my horse at the mill.
Okay.
And I'll be 10 minutes behind you guys.
Okay.
All right.
Why? What are you doing? What are you doing, boy?
I'm gonna hold him up here at the river for 10 more minutes.
What, by yourself?
Yeah, by myself. I'm hunkered down. They can't get across the river. I got a rifle. Listen, Bad Eyes McBain, I'm a better shot than you are with that shotgun. At this range, you'll just tickle him anyway.
All right. Fair enough. Okay. Well, I'll see you on the other side.
I'll catch up.
I'm gonna.
So,
I'm not gonna. I don't think we're gonna. I'm gonna be like to Abraham. I think we should go through the forest and then come back around onto the actual path, and then, do you know what I mean? Like hide our tracks as best we can.
Yeah, we can definitely do that.
yeah, okay. So you guys are gonna kind of scoot off trail, maybe take a lazy loop out, so that if they're following your actual path, it's gonna take them a while to track that down. And Sam, you stay ready to defend for a little while. As Abraham and Sam, you start riding off, or Abraham and Charlie, you start riding off. After about 3 or 4 minutes, Sam, you see a guy poke his head out of some of the bushes, and he turns around to say something to his friends. Do you want to take a shot now, or wait until they've kind of come into the open?
No,
door?
I'll take a shot now.
Okay, yeah.
So the idea is I've got 15 rounds left for my
Okay.
rifle.
So 1 full magazine, effectively.
Yeah, so I'm just going to basically take pot shots at anything I see until it's empty
Okay.
to kind of get them wary about even breaking cover and coming across the river.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna wait I'm gonna do that for about 10 minutes. So try
Okay.
to make the shots count, slow and methodical, but steady. And,
Okay. Yeah. So take your first shot.
Bam. 9.
So
Excuse me.
it
11. Sorry.
11. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that's
it
my skill.
it cracks across the river, breaks off some of the rocks, and then through the bushes. And the guy who had his head out just ducks back into the bushes. You didn't hit him, but you definitely scared him.
Yeah.
And you hear one of them shout, "Well, those guys are still hiding out there. You said it was clear." "Well, I thought it was clear. I didn't see him over there." They're kind of going back and forth with this, and about 30 seconds pass, and you see another guy poke his head out further down the river, and you can just take another shot at him if you want.
Pow.
Yeah, that'll hit. 15.
Yep.
Yeah, make your
7 damage.
7 damage.
I'm
Yeah,
like-
this is one of
I'm
the
like, "Go
wounded
fuck
horse
yourself."
riders. So yeah, you just end this guy as he steps out, and you just poof, put him down. He hits the dirt and then starts to roll towards the river. And someone shouts, all right, he's hiding in the watermill. Okay, all right, what are we gonna do?" And you kind of see some rustling as they all collect back up, and another minute or so passes, and then
Do I kind of know where they are in the bushes?
yeah, you can kind of see where they're collecting,
All
if
right,
only
I'm
from.
gonna start shooting into the bushes then.
Okay, do you want to just take a couple shots into there?
Yeah, I'm gonna take 2 shots in.
Okay.
Blind fire. So I'll fire a third one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that third one definitely hits. The first 2 crack through the tops of the
Yeah.
bushes. The last one is gonna hit someone.
I do have a +6 to my roll, so
Yeah,
all right, roll damage. Blam. 8.
yeah. So you hit a guy. You hear someone go, "Oh God, he's hitting us even in the bushes." "All right, screw it, just go get him." And you see this whole group of them just start rushing you out of the bushes. As about, I'm gonna say 7 of them just start clearing out of the bushes and running towards you with handguns and rifles. And they're all going to you're going to get a couple of shots that are actually near you. A couple of the other ones are going wide.
That's fine.
So a 5.
What does hunkered down and cover add to my defense?
It adds 1 to your target.
Okay.
Unless you took find cover, then it adds 2.
Well, I thought, yeah.
Did you take find cover?
Yeah, when I jumped off my horse.
No, I mean the exploit find cover.
Oh, no.
I did. Not
Yeah,
that it
that's what I was
helps.
clarifying.
Yeah.
Well, it fucking helps though. It only
Too
puts
late.
me-
But I got with a
I mean,
+1, it's a
you never
19
found
target,
anything.
so
Puts me at 13 as opposed to 11. It's still got awful crap.
That's
It is-
pretty good.
It's
13 better
10%.
than 11.
Yeah. So none of these guys hit as they start just taking shots. Some of them crack around the windowsill, though. You can lean out and take shots at anyone you want. You see the wounded guy kind of running out at you if you want to pick off him first.
Yeah. I'll fire. It's my turn, so it's 2 shots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so first shot, second shot.
First is definitely going to hit.
Blam.
Yeah,
4
are you
points.
aiming for the wounded guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you put him down too. He just hits the water hard and starts to kind of float and gets caught on a big rock. The rest of them are still just emptying shots at you. More of them know which window you're popping out of, though. So 4 of them, you're going to take 4 shots right now. So 16, 3, 17, and unnatural 20. That one will hit.
Yep, the 20 will hit.
For 8 damage. As one of the guy with the rifles actually connects with you. It passes through the wood that you're hiding behind and connects with your shoulder.
Alrighty.
And so Abraham and Charlie, as you're kind of like taking this loop out in the forest and trying to throw him off your trail, it was quiet for a moment, and then you just hear this eruption of gunfire and shouting coming from up the valley, and you think maybe your friend Sam is in a little bit of trouble, but I don't know if you guys want to turn around or not. But Sam, it's your turn.
Nope. We're gonna play this fucking out. So that's three. Is that 3 of them down?
Yes.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is.
So that's 7 guys left.
Am I muted?
No,
you're not muted. You're not muted.
But what I want to do then is I want to say to Abraham, I'll catch up with him, and I'm going to pull back, and I'm going to go to sort of like the edge. I'm going to head back close to the.
Before you do that, I look at you and I'm like, you're awfully injured.
Yeah, but Sam
okay.
might be dead, or unless you want me to take your sister.
I'll say like, so that way is like Antonito, and I like tell my sister like get on your horse.
I'm gonna give you your. Then I'll pass him my shotgun with 7 shells.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, you load up, and then Abraham, are you going to turn back for the river?
I'm going to turn back.
Okay, so yeah, you turn back and start riding hard. Return to the river. And Sam, it's your turn if you want to take some shots at some folks.
2 more shots.
Both those miss.
That
these guys are
shoulder wound is hurting me.
Yeah, these guys are closing the distance in on you. More of them are spotting you. And there's still only, even though there's 7 remaining, in terms of the math, I think there's only 5 crossing the river still, because they, not all of them are crossing the river.
Okay.
But they're all going to take shots at you. So 18, 9, 13, 11, and 12. I think none of those hit, right?
None of those hit.
Yeah, so just this eruption of gunfire is just cracking through the wood around you.
Just like the Civil War. This is.
Yeah, it's basically the Alamo inside of this little house for you, and you're loading more rounds into your shotgun or into your rifle, and it's your turn again if you want to pop up. How many rounds do you have left?
I have 6 left. Now I have 4 left, but one guy is going to get shot.
Yeah, one of those guys.
10 damage.
Yeah, you're just going to put him right down as he's kind of taking those big steps in the water to try to get out, and you just hit him right in the chest. He slumps to the ground, kind of tries to stay up, and then hits the ground. Abraham, can I get a riding check from you to see how quickly you arrive upon the scene?
Yeah. 20 minus 1. 6.
6. So yeah, your horse is a little turned around. You're kind of picking through the forest, so you're getting there. You're hearing more gunfire erupt, but not as fast as you might like. And then these guys are going to take some more shots at Sam. In fact, I'm going to say of the 4 that are remaining, 2 of them are going to stop at the river's edge and just start taking shots into the house, and the other 2 are going to try to circle around to get out of your window's view and stop just being in the open. So one of them is going to fire twice. The other one fires twice. 18 was the highest. I think your target is 19 behind
19,
cover.
Yep.
Yeah. So these shots are just cracking out, right by you. And as you pop back up, you only see 2 of the guys out in the open. If you want to take shots at them.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
Ooh, both hit.
Both hit, absolutely. Do you want to pick different targets? One and then the other?
Yeah. The first guy's getting the crit. He's getting 2.
Yeah. 11.
10, 11 damage, and the second guy gets 3 damage.
Okay, yeah. So the 11 damage guy, he gets hit, and he just stumbles backwards like, oh my, and he starts to hobble off, trying to find a big rock to hide behind. The guy who takes 3, he takes the shot, and he's going to keep firing at you. So you're going to take 2 shots. Both of those miss as they just go into the wood.
Nope.
At this point, Abraham, can I get a riding roll from you?
Yeah.
All right. Still not arriving on the scene as your horse is not comfortable riding towards all this gunfire. Although you get close enough to see the cabin, to see the water mill, and you see these two guys sneaking around and looking to get in the front door. And they walk up and they start to like kind of jiggle the door, and one of them's got a revolver. Do you want to take shots at them from behind, effectively?
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Fire wildly with the shotgun.
With the shotgun.
Fuck yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't have training in it, but I still get +3 anyway from shooting. So
Right. Yeah, that one will hit.
Ouch.
Are you firing twice or just once? Ah. Okay,
Twice.
yeah, so the first shot. So, Sam, you're inside, and then these two just loud whoops just hit the wall, and you think, like, oh my God, they're getting in. And you look back, and there's all these, like, pockmarks and spots of letting light in as this shotgun blast has kind of passed through the wall. Roll the damage on that first hit for me.
So 4d4.
Yeah.
13.
Ooh.
13, yeah. So you just turn him basically into paste as he's up against the wall. He slumps to the ground. His buddy turns and sees you. And I think it is Sam's turn, actually. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna turn and put 2 rounds through the door.
Okay, to hit that other guy.
You hit the other guy, yeah. I don't even know if anybody's out there. I'm just gonna put 2 through. Blam and blam. So that's
the 14 will hit, yeah.
yeah.
A natural 20.
9
Yeah.
damage.
So Abraham, as you're riding up, this guy turns to shoot you, and then the wall just erupts behind him and knocks him to the ground. He's not dead, but he's been hit by this shell coming through the wall. This round coming through the wall. It's the bad guys outside, and one of them's going to keep trying to fire into that window that you're at, Sam.
No problem.
18 and 3. Yeah, you're really behind cover, but he might be keeping you pinned. And then the guy who just got hit, he's going to stand up as a half action and then fire at you, Abraham. And he got a natural 20.
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Are you going to re-roll that with a luck? Spend your luck?
This is the guy that was on the front porch?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah.
So he gets a 5 instead of a natural 20.
Okay.
So he kind of fires it. It misfires. So he looks at it, he clicks again, and that second shot just ricochets through the forest. Not today, you say. And back around to, that was the baddie's turn. And so we're at Abraham.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna fire at him now.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that'll hit.
Yep. So 4d4. 10.
Yeah. He looks up at you, takes a shot, and then you just lower the shotgun on him, blast him. And Sam, you're inside. This shot that you fired out, this human body comes back through the wall, knocking in the wall, and he just hits the ground hard in front of you. You hear the 2 guys that are still alive kind of shouting back and forth. Abraham, do you want to do anything with the other half action? You can't see anybody else.
But I can hear where they are, yeah?
Yeah, ish.
Yeah, so I will go... Can I go to, like, ride inside the mill?
It's not that big. You could, if you were going to do that, you could make a riding roll to do that, or you could just ride up to the front porch if you want.
I'll ride up to the front porch.
Okay, so yeah, you ride up, and Sam, from the inside, this big gap in the wall has light shining through
What
it.
time of day is it? Sorry, I thought was it at night or was it a day?
No, it was morning.
It's
early
yeah,
morning.
Oh,
because
okay.
you guys woke up, and then it's been an hour or so of gunfight and stuff. So this shining light is blocked off, and you think, oh no, it's another baddie, but it's Abraham on his horse, leaning in. He's got the shotgun. He's looking through the hole in the wall, peeking at you. And it's your turn, Sam. What do you want to do?
I'm gonna throw my rifle over my shoulder.
Okay.
I'll pull out both of my pistols,
Okay.
and then I'll say to I'll say to Abraham, I was like, for a minute there, I thought Charlie's shooting got better. And I'll turn and
Something.
yeah.
Excuse me, I did hit quite often.
You're not
You
here.
did. Yeah, you were killing people.
Well, actually, yeah, I killed people. They killed me, but you know,
An eye for an eye.
Yeah, you got shot off your donkey. Almost got shot off your donkey.
I was on your horse.
Or on my horse. Yeah.
Oh, the donkey you might have done better with.
That's what the issue was, that you were on horseback. You weren't used
Gladys would have flipped the fuck out.
to it. Yeah, kicked some people.
All right, I'm going to before I go get on my horse and ride off, I'm going to take 2 shots at the guys outside
Okay.
with
so
my with the pistols though. So I only have a +4.
Okay.
16 and 8.
So 16 will hit.
All right. 7 damage.
Yes, this is the wounded guy that you kind of sent running before. You see him crouched behind a rock, and you just take a shot, hit him in the neck. He just falls back into the water, dead. So there's really only one guy left. As I'm assuming, Sam and Abraham, you're just going to mount up and ride.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys, do you want to? Yeah. So you start to mount up and ride. This last guy who's on foot, he's just staying in cover. He saw all of his buddies get gunned down by a very angry man in a watermill, so he's not gonna pop out at all. And you guys just ride into the forest. You end up meeting up with Charlie about a mile down the road, and you guys are out of combat. So yeah, you guys were riding off, kind of heading towards Antonito, which is not. I should clarify, it's not a close town, but it is the closest town. As the question was phrased to me. So it will take probably a couple days of riding, or you guys could turn around. Like, what's your plan here now?
I mean, we could like go and just loot their camp now.
Yeah, but I don't. Do I notice Blue Jacket?
No, he was not there.
Yeah. I think we got what we came for. We can come back later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna keep riding for the time being. So you spend the rest of the day on the trail looking out. It's been a pretty rough morning, so you guys might call the day a little bit early, I assume. Patch up some of these bullet holes. So you ride until probably early evening, and then you pull off. Do you want to camp near the trail? Camp kind of off in the woods in case anybody is following you? What are you thinking?
Probably off in the woods.
Yeah, off in the woods.
Okay. So you pull off pretty far, start to set up camp, and darkness starts to fall. Can I get an awareness check from everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm not looking at the right page to see awareness rolls. All right.
I'm paying attention to the holes.
Yeah.
I got a 5.
You're recovering.
Yeah.
13 from Abraham.
Got a 12.
And a 12. So the 13 and the 12, you guys notice as night starts to fall, you see 3 campfires pretty close together back to the west, like back from where you came from. And so it seems like they are still setting up camp, and they have been at least somewhat following you, or someone setting up camp up there. You're not quite sure.
How big is this gang?
You could make a lore roll to see if you remember anything about the gang.
Yeah, Abraham.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 14.
14 and a 15, or 14 and a 10, excuse me. I mean, it would be, you haven't heard a lot about this gang, and the fact that you've already dealt with like what feels like a dozen of them, there can't be that many more. It's really what's like, you just like, how are there 24 of them and we haven't even heard of them? So it seems odd to you that there would still be enough people to have to warrant 3 campfires.
Yeah.
So I don't know what you want to do with that information.
I'm gonna just look at everyone else and go, what does it mean then? What does it mean?
It's 3 people camping, 3 separate parties camping.
What, from the gang?
No, doesn't have to mean anything.
I told you that damn bounty hunter was no good.
Yeah, you did. But I'm in no position to fight right now, so.
I don't know how many shotgun shells are left. By the way,
4. Yeah, I'll give you the shotgun back into your 4.
I have shells too.
Oh yeah, because you bought a box for the.
Yeah, I bought a box, so I'll give you the 12 shells that I have.
So yeah.
Can someone give me some handgun ammo?
Yeah, I have 21. How much do you need?
I'll take like 10, if that's okay.
I've got 32 bullets in my handgun shell. Handgun.
Oh, take some from him then, because I'm out of rifle ammo.
I'll take 10 from you then,
How many-
James.
12 shells, so that's 21. How many shells do you want? I'll give you
take
half.
Okay.
Huh?
I'll take half then.
32, 16. So I'll give you 16 bullets.
Cool.
I think. No, 15 bullets.
So you're distributing all these goods, making sure everybody's got enough ammo in case another gunfight happens.
I'm gonna can I make another medicine check?
Yeah,
Or is
absolutely.
it one per day? Okay, let me make another medicine check.
I mean, you can make them as long as you also are about to rest theoretically.
Wait.
But yeah, you are medicine man.
Dude, I know how to patch war wounds. Only
Yeah.
1 point.
1 point.
That's better than nothing.
You know how to patch them, just not to actually do it effectively.
Not very well, yeah.
I know I know I gotta stop the red stuff from coming out of the skin.
Just wrapping so much cloth around, like that'll stop it.
I look like the Michelin man.
I'm going to drink some water and pour out of a hole somewhere.
It's going to flow out elsewhere. Yeah. So you guys are taking a breather around the campfire. Who's going to keep watch? Oh, and actually, I'm going to give you guys experience for that because you gunned down a bunch of folks and you've had a whole day running around. I'm going to give you each 200 experience for doing stuff.
Would you say I also have done one of my motivations?
I would absolutely say you've done one of your motivations. I'm going to give you another because that's a pretty big motivation, if I'm honest. I'm going to give you another 200 for that.
Nice.
Because that was to get your sister back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a pretty big deal.
Does that mean we can just buy some extra things?
Yeah, absolutely. You can buy some exploits right now if you want.
Do we level up?
No.
We're not at
No, we
another
need-
notoriety level yet. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
We
right.
you're
need
not at that
500, don't we, I think, to go up?
Yeah.
Right, let's see what exploits I can get. Page 20, I'm nearly there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
So-
take tough because it gives me more
If
hit points.
say, is it like they have 200 and they stay at that kind of 200 cap for the next one, else stay at 400, or it go back to 0 for the reset, if that makes sense? Like to get to notoriety 2.
Oh, no. So yeah, how the leveling up works, it's just milestone leveling. So it's not, there's no experience level, there's no like certain number acquired or it resets or anything like that. It's like when you get to the next kind of checkpoint in the story where you complete the next leg, you'd level up. And right now, and because it's notoriety level, your notoriety hasn't really increased. Like, yeah, you definitely shot up that gang, but you haven't told anybody about it, which is why it hasn't increased yet.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, the experience won't reset or anything like that. That's a good question. And you can spend it as soon as you get it. So if you are spending stuff, let me know, and then we can.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna pay 50 for Surveyor 1.
Okay.
And I'm gonna pay 150 for Tough.
Okay. So you feel a bit healthier, and you remember that surveyor class you took in college. You're like, oh yeah, I remember that.
While I was sweeping the hallways.
Yeah, exactly. You
That
peeked
wasn't
in every class.
Alright, I'm only buying one.
What you buying?
Cooking.
Cooking. Yeah. All right. So you can, if you guys start hunting and gathering materials, you can actually feed you guys, so you don't have to buy rations anymore. That's a good call.
Oh, is it? I thought I might be able to make something nice from the rations we've got.
Yeah, you can do that too. Make a nice little bean stew, maybe a chili of some sort.
I want to get 3 things.
Okay, what are you getting?
So I'll get quick draw 1, which is 200.
Okay. For sure.
Yeah.
I'll get find cover,
Okay.
150, and with the final 50, I will get surveyor 1.
Okay. So you guys cool off for the afternoon, feel a bit tougher, bit faster, and have a better lay of the land. You've been riding around. And yeah, who's keeping watch for the evening?
Now that I have more health,
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose myself and Abraham can do it.
Okay. So do you want to make an awareness roll?
Yeah. Nat 20.
Okay. So after
I had some of this coffee that I had in my rations.
Yeah, exactly. And everybody who's asleep right now, your health recovers entirely, and you get 1 luck back.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, even though I was shot for shit.
Yeah.
Well, you were actually only technically shot once.
Just really badly. Yeah. No. Yeah, and again, that's an advanced roll thing. If you like a maimed arm or something like that, or if you have another condition, it takes longer to recover. But again, basic rules for folks learning how to play the game. It's easy to just do a reset on your rest. Although you could roleplay that you're still wounded. You don't have to recover all your health if you don't want to.
Bleeding everywhere.
You just all of your clothes are just covered in blood.
Just walking bare bait.
Yeah. And as you're sitting there keeping an eye on the darkness, you hear a footfall, maybe about 20 yards away. So you kind of watch out. It's been about a couple hours since your friends went to sleep, and a few moments later, a man in a nice blue jacket kind of peeks into the dying firelight. He goes, "Oh, hey, I'm glad you guys made it out." And you can see his jacket is kind of cut up and torn up in bits. He goes, I just barely got away, man.
I run straight at him, firing my pistol and gonna stab him with my knife.
Okay. So make 2 shots with your pistol, make an attack with your knife, as you're just gonna kill this man as soon as he shows up.
All right, first 2 shots. There's a 15, a 9, and a nat 20 on the stab.
So the 15 hits him, the 9 misses, but the nat 20 you just plunge it into his neck. You don't even need to roll. You're definitely going to kill him. Yeah, this man is unarmed, wasn't planning on attacking you, and you just run up, you stab him right in the neck and wrench it out, and he just falls to the ground. The other 2
walk up on us like Ned Flanders. Oh, hey there, neighbor.
Hey, neighbor. And Abraham and Charlie, you're just like thrown awake by these gunshots, and you both grab your guns, and you see Sam just standing over this dead body with his massive bloody blade, and this guy is now dead in front of you. If you'd like to look through his stuff.
Yep, I'd like to take his book and fucking have a look through it.
You're asleep.
No, you shot some fucking bullets.
I'll kneel over him, and since I hate books, I'll throw it at you.
It kind of flutters in the air, and Charlie, you catch it. You start to look through the rest of his pockets. In the book, you start flipping through it, and could I actually get a brains or instincts about what's in the book? Because it is in shorthand, so you kind of got to decipher it a little bit.
I'm checking them for weapons, pocket watches, and stuff.
Because there's no skill. Would that be foreign language or indigenous would be like Indian, wouldn't it?
No, yeah, you can just do like a generalized brains or instincts to kind of see if you can parse out what he's trying to say.
Instinct would be better because I'm at 2.
Yeah.
You have a luck back as well.
Oh yeah.
You do have a luck. Should you need it?
I do. I might even need it with a fucking roll of an 8.
It's a little hard. You just woke up to these gunshots. It's a little confusing about what's going on. You're flipping through the pages. Not a lot is making sense. You can try again if you. Yeah, you can also give it a look.
Right.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah, this is bloody Swahili in this book. Damn book. Oh. Okay.
And you agree. You're like, absolutely.
Yeah, that's Swahili.
This is Swahili. This is definitely a South African language.
Yeah, that's fucking Swahili.
That's why it's not making sense to any of us. Definitely nothing else. You see, the first 3/4 of the book is this shorthand, and then there's like some doodles in it and some like little sketches that he's made, really of like animals and trees and things. And then the back end of it is why you rolling a natural?
That was I was like, give it here.
You also look into it. You're like,
yeah, it's just fucking pictures. Give it back to him.
And in the back of the book, there's maybe 1 page of like some numbers, but they are not the numbers. Like they're not like hundreds of dollars or anything like that. You're gonna look through the rest of his body. You go through his pockets. You flip through his pockets. You find a little billfold with $12 in it. You find a handkerchief with a diamond embroidered onto it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And you find a gold little pocket watch that he's got sitting in there. And then you also find his revolver, which is a pretty fancy looking little revolver. It's a peacekeeper revolver, but it's nickel plated. And
Shit.
got some little engravings of plants and animals on the side.
So I'll I'll throw the pocket watch to Charlie.
Okay.
I'll throw the nickel-plated revolver towards whatchamacallit? Towards Abraham, since he's got.
Throw a gun at me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go here. And I
It
hand
hits the ground and fires and hits
I
Abraham.
know I hand it to him. I'm like, here. Then I'll take his whole gun belt off and just hand it over to
Is
you.
it gold plated or gold?
Nickel plated. It's
Nickel-plated.
like shiny.
Shiny
No,
silverish.
the watch. The pocket
Oh, the watch. Yeah, it's made out of gold. Yeah, it's a pretty hefty thing. This gold pocket watch.
Yeah. Actually, my dad. I actually have in my family. I have a pocket watch from 1865.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
That's been
pretty
around
awesome.
for a while.
Yeah, it's
Jeez.
pretty cool. It's been in our family since 1865. So
Wow. That's crazy.
my dad just gave it to me.
Yeah,
like
there's a church
6
near
months
me
ago.
that's from the 11th century.
I know that's the
That's
thing
dope,
about like being in Europe, right? It's like everything's way older. Like
Oh,
the
yeah.
oldest building I could find in California maybe is the 1700s or something like that from Spanish settlements. And it's like, yeah, you walk down the street, there's a church from 1100. It's like, oh yeah, that way out.
Or
doesn't-
fucking Stonehenge.
Yeah, exactly. So yes, this is a pretty old pocket watch you find. Yeah, you don't find a lot else on him.
Yep. I'm gonna take the $12 and I'm gonna string him up basically, and we'll take him into
Answer
town
the
with us, and let's see if he's got a bounty.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you just want to go back to sleep, rest for the rest of the night?
No, I'm pretty amped up from
Yeah, and you guys all
from the
took a
murder.
rest from killing a man.
Heck.
So you could, head off right now if you'd like. Two of you are arrested.
Sure, we'll go. We'll fuck off. Yeah.
Yeah,
Then
I've
they
got
can't-
vigor.
they-
vigor, so let's just get up and
And
go.
they can't jump, and that means that then they can't like do what we did and jump them in the morning.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So we'll
So you
just,
guys keep riding?
yeah, and
you
I
all-
will just leave the. Do we put the fire out or do we just leave it?
No, leave it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll just leave
so-
the fire going. Yeah. we'll
I
fuck
think
off.
you're still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you leave the fire, you mount back up, and start riding
In
southeast.
fact, I might leave some blankets and put like leaves under it and just leave it around the fire. Like,
Okay,
just leave some
yeah.
like tatty blankets and stuff, just so it
Really
looks like we're
solid.
still asleep.
Sure. Make a bluff roll to see how well you can.
Hey, I'm actually
look
good
at
at
that.
this.
I'm asking you to make something that your character's real good at.
What's bluff? And would it be charm? Yeah,
What?
no.
Roll a 1.
I will
Yeah, it's-
probably roll a 1.
Roll,
Is it charm?
one. It's charm, yeah.
Yeah, it's under charm.
So I'm rolling at 6, I think.
Heck yeah.
You
Bluff like I shoot.
Actually, it should be a +5
Hang on,
Never mind.
hang on.
because you got 3 for charm, +2 for bluff.
Hang on, how's you got +6 then?
Who does?
He's got 4 for shooting, I think.
Yeah.
Oh,
Told you I wanted to test the combat.
I got a 9.
mechanics. Luck.
I mean, you could spend your luck on Ferris
Yeah, fuck
Bueller.
it.
This,
Night.
bed.
Jesus.
Hi. Good luck to make a better leaf decoy.
Yeah, it's really, if you had better materials, that's really what it's coming down to. It does look pretty believable in the dark from afar, so maybe that's enough to keep people, settled. You guys mount up and you start riding. You basically, because you both took Surveyor, you know the lay of the land, you know kind of where you're going. So I'm not going to make you do any more survival rolls for figuring that out. and you're riding, and the next day kind of passes pretty much uneventfully. You ride through the rest of the night, through the day, and right up coming up to the next evening, you start seeing the outskirts of Antonito, which it's a bigger town than Pagosa Springs, but it's not big by any means. There's a trail that kind of cuts through it, though, a stagecoach trail. So you can.
Do we get looked funny again?
Yeah, I mean the farmers on the outskirts of town are just seeing you three ride, and you're covered in bullet holes and wounds, and your horses are dusty, and you've got this young woman riding with you. She looks like she's a bit worse for wear too, after having been kidnapped.
And I got a dead body on the back of my horse.
And you got the dead body. That's really what's drawing people's attention, is this body leaking blood all over the back of your horse. And people are kind of looking at you, and they're looking at this body especially too, and they're kind of whispering back and forth as you ride into town. And you pull up to kind of the main street. There's probably about half a dozen buildings, maybe 8 or 9 actually. And some folks they see you, and they all kind of scatter out of your way as they see that body. And after a moment, a sheriff steps out of his sheriff's office, and he comes down and goes, "All right, fellas, what'd you do this time?" "Oh, wait, you're kind of new faces. Well, howdy. What happened to you all?" And he's kind of looking at all of you and looking at the body.
What do you mean by what we do this time?
"Oh, well, usually you looked kind of familiar, and I know that man in the blue jacket, so I thought you would have been from around here."
Yeah, well, who is this guy? And I
He's like, he throws his body on the ground. He goes, "Well, he came to town a few weeks ago saying he was a bounty hunter of some sort, and then took all the bounty posters of them Diamondback folks, rode up into the mountains after him. I assume he died in that gun battle."
No. What? You get more bounty posters.
Oh, all right. And so he steps back inside and comes out with this roll of about 10 bounty posters and starts showing them around.
All right. Does he look like any of them?
Yes, absolutely. He looks like one for a Stanton Knott.
Stanton Knott. Okay, so I put the bounty poster next to him. You're saying this is the guy that came in and said he was a bounty hunter and scooped up all these wanted posters.
The sheriff kind of looks and he goes, "Well, I'll be bamboozled again. Not the first time, if I'm honest. Well, I guess I owe you his bounty at the very least." Which is it says $200 there, so he's like, I'm gonna
step close to him.
Okay.
And I'm gonna lean in. I'm like, "Listen, we shot up the whole gang. So in the interest of keeping your involvement with them quiet and speeding this process along, so I don't have to go pick up those bodies and drag them back, how about you just pay the bounty on all of them, please?"
Make an intimidation roll.
Yeah. I don't have that skill very good, but
I mean, if Charlie would like to do some of the talking, he could also. This is his time to shine.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off my horse, and I'm gonna be like, no, don't worry about my friend. But look, we did just spend a night coming back from the Diamondback gang's hideout, or whatever you want to call it, camp, and they shut me up pretty good. But you should see the state of them. We didn't really have enough time to stay around and pick up their bodies because they're floating downstream. In fact, I think if you give it a few days, you might see them float past this stream outside. Yep.
Yeah, make a persuasion roll with that.
This is where it's going to go all horribly wrong.
Persuasion. I'm still going to intimidate this guy.
Yeah, you can intimidate and persuade.
But
you're trying to intimidate, he's trying to persuade.
Pretty well.
21, not bad. Yeah.
4.
The intimidation goes wrong. As you walk over to him, your gun belt just hits the ground and goes, "Yeah, I'm not really too worried about you." But yeah, the persuasion, he's like, "All right, I see your point, I guess. But I don't know which ones you killed, and they all got different bounties. So how about I just give you half of the total bounties?" And
I'll tell you what. I'll get them all. I'll add them all up, and then I'll work out the average of each of them. I'll work out an average or whatever, and we'll go, there we go.
Yeah, if you look at the math on them, they are about $75 each,
All right.
and there's 10 of them. But he says I'll give you $400 in total. How about?
I'm gonna be like, sure, call it 400 and get us at least a night here at night.
That's fucking bullshit. He's gonna fucking pocket the rest.
Oh,
He has to fucking file the handbill anyway. So he's gonna pay us 400, pocket the fucking rest. When we walked into town and he was like, "What you boys been up to?" Oh, wait a minute, who are
hang
you?
on. I'm sorry, I can't keep control of my friend here, but maybe if you bumped it up a bit.
He says, well, the rest of it's just going to go to the re-election fund for me anyway, so it's not like it's going anywhere bad. I gotta protect the constituents of the town. I think it's fair if I pocket the rest. You can't prove you might be working for them too. I don't know.
In the essence of I'll just let it go. In the essence of this is over in like a half an hour.
I'm gonna be like,
This has been a campaign. I'd have probably found a way to murder this guy.
I'm gonna be
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
I will turn around and go, okay, you wait here and we'll go get the bodies.
Oh,
I don't want to ride back there.
okay. That's
I don't want to just take the 400 and call it good.
All right, we'll take the 400 then.
well, I knew I am a master at persuading folks, and so he shuffles out the 400 to you after he goes inside and collects it. Then he drags the body up onto the porch. And yeah, you guys are in town. I don't know what you want to do. If we want to maybe just call it there.
Call it there, yeah. Because
Yeah,
all
cool.
we're going to be doing is going to the saloon, getting hookers, gambling, and buying more bullets.
Yeah.
We're just preferring gold bars at hookers,
Yeah. So you guys would level up because you are back in town with your notoriety. So you would get to level 2 at this point.
Heck yeah.
So if we were playing a full campaign, yeah, we'd play out more of this and make sure it. You probably would end up going back and shooting that sheriff, I imagine, seeing what he's up to. But
No,
yeah,
I'd run against him.
you'd run. Yeah, see, there you go.
Oh shit, yeah, heck yeah, that's
We start
good.
The political intrigue, absolutely.
Yeah, and then that's your goal.
Yeah, to become sheriff of Antonito.
To run a
Colorado.
town.
Well, cool. Thanks for playing, guys.
Cool. Thanks for GMing.
Yeah, thank
Sure.
you for running. Most appreciated.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's only so many games I can learn over the years. Do you know what I mean? My brain's full.
Oh yeah,
Not
absolutely.
that there's much space in there to begin with.
Not
Right.
me, I'm a sponge.
Should we do some shout outs and then we'll wrap up? All right. So, Nathan.
Yep. Again, Godless Polecat. Anywhere you care to find me, good luck finding me.
Sometimes
Although I
with that-
will add, I may start to do some
Mate,
Shadowrun stuff in the future.
Maybe rather than say good luck finding, maybe say thanks everyone for watching. I had a
Oh,
blast.
the way you do an awesome intro. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
just
Hey,
like
thanks
that.
for watching Kickdrive, the Kickdriver, the show that takes Kickstarter.
you have to mess it up first and then do it.
Drives. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me restart again. Thanks for watching. Godless Polecat, anywhere you find us, find me online. Care to find me online? You can find me online here at Kickdriver, where we stream every Tuesdays a different RPG we find on Kickstarter, and try to give it a good play test so that you get a good idea and maybe drive it into being funded.
Potentially.
Potentially.
I mean, yeah. Well, this also gives them a chance to have something. If they haven't got a play test, it gives them a chance to have an actual video of
have a
their
full
game.
play online. Thanks for doing all that work. That's actually really cool for us because then, regardless of the outcome of the Kickstarter, we can send people over to your video and have them check out character creation and gameplay as it happens.
Yeah.
Mr. J-Will?
Yeah, that's me, Mr. Jail. You can find me most places, Jail7Z, Twitter, Twitch, etc. I stream video games a couple of days a week. The weekend mainly. I GM some games in Numenera offline. I do some writing. And as of mid-June, we'll be GMing on my own channel a show of Blades Against Darkness.
On Sunday.
That'll be good. Yeah.
Cool.
Sunday at the exact same time that James starts.
Is it really?
7 p.m.
Are you fucking wanker?
It was the only time anyone could do.
Did you even ask me? No.
It's because you're busy Sunday.
Yep. Parker?
Yeah, I'm Parker Blau, lead designer of Mud, Blood, and Glory. You can find our Kickstarter. Just look up Mud, Blood, and Glory. You can find us on Instagram at blackhat.games, or really our website, blackhat-games.com. You can download the starter edition, which is what we are using today. So you can run a similar adventure or show it to your friends. And yeah, the Kickstarter ends in like a little bit more than a week. And even if it isn't funded, we're going to put it for sale as a PDF on our website. So check us out there. We'll keep everybody posted. And thank you for having me. This has been awesome. It's been super cool running the game and showing folks what it's all about.
It's been a fun game.
Thank you for running again. I mean, you know, it does. I mean, just clicked on J-Wall's channel. I don't know why. It's just. I mean, getting the designers to run it is considerably easier than me having to like read the rule book myself and then running it myself. Because I mean, when people don't understand, there's a lot you have to do while streaming. I find anyway. But yeah. Anyway, if you want to support the channel, do consider either subscribing to me on Twitch, if you want to. If you got what's it called, Amazon Prime, you can do that for absolutely nothing if you're not already using it. And also, I have a Patreon as well. If you wish to help the channel grow, check out my Patreon.
Straight.
Who just subscribed?
That was me.
Name
Well,
yourself,
thank you very
please.
much. Most appreciated.
I thought it would be weird to subscribe when I'm still like on the channel. I wanted it to be, you know, above board afterwards. Show my support. So
Thank you very much.
hey, no problem.
Patreon, and then check out our social media. The PCG Discord, you'll find all of us. So if you want to message us on there, that's a good place to find us. Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And if you're not following me on YouTube, like and subscribe to the channel on there, or like the video and then subscribe and hit that little bell icon. That'd be appreciated. And other than that, I'm not sure what's happening next week because we haven't got anything lined up. But tomorrow we do have another Kickstarter game, another Kickdriver game, and that is Afterlife. So that's going to be quite interesting. But other than that, I'd like to thank everyone for watching. Thank you for the 2 subscriptions today as well. And bye YouTube. Bye YouTube.